Hello, everyone. Alrighty, I've got something exciting for you. It's going to be either 6 or 7 week series. It is a boutique label battle tournament. So I've got 32 labels to go through. It's going to be about 6 weeks long. Today's the introduction. We're going to talk about what 32 labels are in there, and I'm going to have a different set of guests every single week. So can't wait to get started. Let me go ahead and introduce my first guest right now is Tony.
Hey, Bob. How's it going?
Doing good. Now I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Yep. So I'm Tony at Basement Blues. I love collecting physical media, watching movies. I love slipcovers and steelbooks. So check me out on my YouTube channel, and also you can find me on Instagram and TikTok and sometimes Twitter.
Perfect. Thanks, Tony. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my next guest here is Tim from Tim Talks Talkies. He's actually an incredible guy. He's kind of taught me everything I know. So let me go ahead and put him in here. There we go. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, Tim here. Thank you so much for having me, Bob. Seriously, when you brought this idea up, I was like, I am so in for this. But yeah, I'm Tim. I love movies. I love talking about movies and talking with great people about movies. So I don't really have much else to say. Yay, movies. Go on to Ken now.
All righty. Actually, my next guest is Ken, of course. His wife came through in the clutch tonight, big time, because she fixed the Wi-Fi, and otherwise we'd be lost. So go ahead and
I don't know what happened tonight. My internet just went crazy. But yeah, I'm Ken from Mid-Level Media. Thank you so much, Bob, for having me on here. You know, talking boutique labels and the boutique tournament's a great idea, and I appreciate you involving me in the first ever live stream for it. So yeah, Ken, Mid-Level Media. I also like movies, like Tim and Tony as well. I do enjoy the occasional movie. And I talk about physical media a lot on my channel, you know, Blu-rays, 4Ks, and everything else in between. So yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Absolutely. All righty. I'm going to go ahead and run through the comment section here, just see who's in here. We've got Jerry in here calling out Ken a little bit, wants to do a battle. Discompletist. All right. Definitely here for this one. Awesome. What is going on, Bob, Tony, Ken?
Hey, Hall & Oates.
All righty. Fish the Film Collector.
I didn't hear that at all growing up, though.
Oh my God, they killed Kitty. You know how many times I heard that?
All righty. Let's see here. Mika, of course.
Hey, Mika.
Thanks
Mika's
for
awesome.
being here. Appreciate that. It's kind of crazy. I see what you're saying. The comment section just starts scrolling and you're trying to catch up with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's rough.
20th and 20th. James in here.
Hey,
Hi, James.
Appreciate
What's
you
up,
being
James?
here. And the monkey here. Excited for the tournament. Let's get ready to rumble. Question for Ken. Did you get all 3 or 4 versions of the Lost Boys? Zavi did one in every other company.
You see, I'm one of those that, you know, I haven't really seen The Lost Boys, so I'm not a huge fan of it just because I haven't seen it. So I'm not going to go buy a bunch of editions. I'm just going to probably get the standalone slipcover, as shitty as it is. I'll probably get it.
Did you guys see the Cinemuseum version, though? It looks incredible.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some incredible editions. Yeah, I've seen them. I don't know. Maybe. Is it worth it? Should I get the Lost Boys Zavi exclusive or something?
at least
think it's
get one
worth it.
exclusive.
Yeah,
Think it's worth it.
I'd get the Zavi one at least. That's only like 50 something.
Everybody hypes up the movie. I'm sure it's good.
It's
I'm sure I'll at least enjoy it.
I pre-ordered that in the Poltergeist from Zavi.
Now, Poltergeist, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. So
the Poltergeist one, I'm not a fan of the Steelbook, but the slip box that it comes in on the Zavi one is the artwork that should have been on the Steelbook. So
yeah,
I'm good with that version.
Yeah.
At least on the back of the Steelbook, they have the girl in front of the TV, right?
I want to see a slipcover, a lenticular slipcover with Carol Ann and the TV screen with static. That would look really cool.
Yeah.
So much they could have done with it. It's just so lazy what they're doing.
I know,
nowadays.
Ken, if you want to share, you got all the Chuckies, right? Did anybody else? Child's Plays?
I did. I got the only one I have in front of me right here is the second one. That's the one I'm probably getting ready to review. But yeah, I've watched 2 of them. They look phenomenal. They got some of the best special features that Screen Factory's ever produced, in my opinion. And yeah, can't wait to talk about it more. I'm definitely going to be diving into each one of them.
Now, are you going to put empty like Blu-ray cases inside of the alternative slipcovers, or how will you do that?
So when I first got them, I put the alternate artwork over them, and I'll probably go back to doing that when I display them. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's always tough when you got 2 different slipcovers, but
yeah. I
yeah,
see
they're
they
both
used
nice.
to, like Screen Factory's done that with like the original Candyman, and I know some people just buy an extra copy. If you got OCD, you might do that, or you could put an empty Blu-ray case around it.
Yeah, I'll probably end up putting the newly commissioned artwork on the actual cases, and then put the other ones to the side somewhere.
Gotcha.
In a box.
Gotcha. Mika said she grabbed the Zavi for Lost Boys and Poltergeist. We've got the Monkey, I still believe. Chandler, hey everyone, how's it going?
Hey, Chandler.
The Ring Steel book. Yeah, the Ring Steel book looks gorgeous. But as Ken would say, you got to spend the money on the Blu-ray to get the 4K, right?
But the Paramounts are so cheap that it's like $15.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's a nice steelbook, and when they re-release it on 4K, I doubt they're going to re-release it with that steelbook. So at least you're getting a collectible.
Yeah. All right. So basically, how everything's going to go tonight. For anybody in the chat here, I'm going to break down all 32 labels, but we're going to go ahead. I ranked all 32. I tried to find out what a lot of people wanted, but we're going to go ahead and start with the number 1 ranking. So I got 2 different brackets, one bracket and then another one on the other side. So Arrow Video is the number 1 seed going against the number 16 seed Warner Archive collection. So
tough break for Warner Archive.
Yeah. So let me see here, because I do have some.
Oh, that's not the bottom though, is it? You got 32.
Yeah, 32. Yep. But that is the bottom on that bracket. So, all right. So basically, I've got some notes here. Like Arrow Video, they started in the UK originally, and they were founded in 1991. Actually, the year I was born. But I believe, and somebody might know, they started under what, Arrow Academy, was it?
Yeah, Arrow Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So they started under Arrow Academy. And then I don't know when they moved to Arrow Video, but they have most people are going to know who Arrow Video is, but they got box sets and slip covers and Blu-rays and you name it. So they got tons of stuff. But Tony, if you wanted to go ahead and show off your Arrow Video and kind of talk about a few of them and Warner Archive, go ahead.
Yeah. So first up, I got some of my favorite Arrow Video titles. Of course, the RoboCop 4K. What I like about the Arrow Video titles is a majority of them do come in the hard box. And if you get the special edition, limited edition, it does come with a booklet, pretty sizable booklets. Usually the transfers are top notch. There has been an occasion where they've had some issues with having to do a disc replacement, but overall, the majority of those that I've gotten have been really good. They've also done a lot of the ones that have a steelbook. They have the hard box, plus they include the steelbook in with the booklet. So a lot of times you'll get a lot of good variety on what you can pick up. And then one of my favorite Arrow titles is this Crimson Peak box. I love this one. Gorgeous. So those are some of my favorite Arrow titles. Now, as far as
Tony, get the wrap off of those things and watch those damn movies.
Listen, I've seen every one of these movies multiple times, but I am not opening up these boxes because I cannot find anything to keep them protected. So I'm still working on that. But as far as Warner Archive, I love Warner Archive. What I really love about them is that they release a lot of good titles that nobody else has released. At one time, they used to have the 4 for $44 sale. So every title that you got was $11 and you can just buy multiples. So what I like about it is, like I said, they have some really good obscure titles that you can't find anywhere else. They do a really good job of, I love Hanna-Barbera cartoons. They do a really good job of releasing the cartoons. This right here is one of my favorite titles here, Judgment Night.
Heck yeah.
I heard a lot of good things about that movie.
It's darn good.
Yep. And just a few more of the Shaft collection, and also Wait Until Dark. But
you stole my movie.
Amazing.
I'm sorry.
How could you, Tony?
All of these Warner Archives, I don't think there's any of them that have any kind of slipcover. I love a slipcover.
That's why I only did one per label. I don't want to steal anybody's stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Tony over there
Anyway.
pulling 5 apiece.
That's mine.
Thank you,
I'm
Tony.
sorry. I get
That's
too
okay.
excited about it.
No, you're fine.
You guys are
I
more
know.
prepared than me.
I understand the feeling. I did want to give a shout out. Married with Media, Ken's wife's here. Thanks a lot. I don't know if you were in here earlier, but huge shout out to you because without you, Ken wouldn't be in here. So
Yeah.
using that Wi-Fi. That
More ways than one. She allows me to come down here and do this stuff when the kids are going crazy upstairs.
Yeah, I've always wondered. Like you got, she's probably watching the kids all the time, right? Because you make a lot of videos, you produce a lot of content.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten to where I shoot most of my stuff at like 1 a.m. So everybody's asleep when I do it, but then I get yelled at they can hear me upstairs. So shouting about Blurays. This is coming out this week.
I got you. All righty, let's see here. So Tim, go ahead and show off your Arrow and
All
Warner.
right. So what I like about Arrow, mainly what everyone else loves, their box sets are incredible. They release a lot of more. Oh, this is a fantastic one. It's even got it's got a comic book adaptation in it. It's cool, but their special features are absolutely crazy good, and they release more niche B stuff for horror that I really enjoy.
Mhm.
They are not. Some people are diehard for Arrow. I like them. I don't. I personally, of these two, I go Arrow, go Warner Archive. I adore this movie. I don't care that Tony showed it. Audrey is amazing.
Is that still sealed up?
Run on Empty. I like this one a lot. One of the things I love with Warner Archive, I do a lot of blind buys. I've seen a lot of great movies because of them. This is a fantastic one of a family on the run from the government because they committed a crime. Really good. And like Hidden, this is a crazy, like not obscure, but this one's not really talked about. Really good. But that's the type of stuff I love about Warner Archive. You see a lot of cool stuff from them. I am not a slip person either, so I don't care that there's no slips.
Boo.
I follow if it has a slip.
No slip, no dip.
No. That ain't
Hashtag no slip, no dip. We need Melon here.
Screw Warner Archive and their non-slip cover having asses.
I am a steelbook whore. I am not a slip guy.
Well, I brought the steelbook out because you showed off Reanimator. I love the steelbook; it's one of my favorite ones. So this is how I own.
Yeah, they do a good job with
Arrow
their
version of Reanimator. I don't love all of Arrow's steelbooks, but this one I freaking love. Found an FYE, had to have it. So
I love all of them.
Yeah. For Arrow, for me, I was going to pull out Deep Red because I love this movie. It's probably my favorite Dario Argento movie, and this is a great addition. Like this. It's probably in contention to me with like Tremors as far as like the best Arrow video 4K transfer. Also RoboCop. I think it looks freaking phenomenal in 4K. So Deep Red's amazing. The box set's awesome too. And then Warner Archive. I'd recommend this Hitchcock movie, Stage Fright. I watched it for the first time this year. It's a great Alfred Hitchcock movie that I feel like nobody knows about. It has an incredible like twist ending to it that I thought was amazing. And Night School. This is probably one of the most underrated slasher movies of all time because I've literally heard nobody ever talk about this movie. And I watched it like 2 years ago. I just randomly bought this because I thought it looked like a fun slasher movie. And it's amazing. It's honestly one of the best slashers I've ever seen. It also has a really cool twist to it. And yeah, I need to rewatch this one. Love it though. Great movie.
Fish says, do you have any River Phoenix?
I don't know if I do or not.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
I probably do.
Show one of those titles. You just
Mentioned because of this.
Okay.
yes.
Running on Empty.
You don't have that one, Ken?
Nope, I don't.
It's seriously, it's really good. Definitely worth seeing.
Mika says she doesn't care about slips either. So
Yeah, that's right.
How could you, Mika?
somebody else
I'm not
says
anti-slips. I'm fine if I get a slip, but it's not a determining factor for me at all.
steel books over slips right there. All right. What artwork do you think they should go with for the Ring 2 on 4K? I wonder if that'll happen.
The Ring 2 put me to sleep. I'm not a big fan of that movie.
I haven't actually seen a single Argento film, Ken, or anybody.
Got to get into them.
Yeah, I know, and I have
I got James hooked on the Argento train, so he's diving into them.
Suspiria is a freaking trip.
I have like
Oh, yeah.
7 Argento films too, so I definitely got to jump into it. Now, for me though, Warner Archive, I don't think I mentioned this, but they started on DVD in like 2009.
Oh,
Mhm.
And I know Tim's got a couple DVDs from them. So
yeah, they're great with DVDs. Lots of
Yeah, especially the animated titles for Hanna-Barbera. They've got a lot of good titles.
They have Rover Dangerfield. I picked it up. Freaking Rover Dangerfield. I mean, come on. They have awesome DVD stuff. Yeah,
I do have a Warner Archive DVD. I think I found it on Goodwill or something. I forget where it is. I think it was a Marx Brothers movie.
I'm trying to keep up with the comment section. I know I just want to make sure I keep up with that a little bit. But my second one would be for Arrow Video is going to be Enter the Void. Now, I haven't seen this, but I love Gaspar Noé.
I love Climax.
He directed Climax, and I know Disc Completus is a big Enter the Void fan or Climax fan. But yeah, I haven't seen Enter the Void. I've seen Irreversible, which Indicators actually put out. But Irreversibles, like I think Gaspar Noé, and I'm not going to say he's my favorite director, but his films are just they're out of this world. There's something else for sure.
I want to check more of them out because I've only seen Climax, but I loved it. It's a wild movie though.
Off the shelf movie night. Howdy. Alrighty, KB loves movies here. Says I love Suspiria. That's the only Argento.
Suspiria is great, but it's really not a great representation of who Dario Argento is as a filmmaker, because that movie's just really supernatural, and a lot of his other movies are not.
Climax, yep. Terrell says Climax. Alrighty. Okay, next up we've got 88 films. So 88, I'm sorry, actually it's going to be number 8 seed versus the 9 seed is going to be MVD Rewind Collection versus MVD Marquee Collection. So I asked around on Instagram if they wanted me to split up like Shout Factory, Scream Factory, MVD Marquee versus Rewind Collection, and most people voted yeah. So I decided to do it that way. So if you see the same company with different labels, that's the explanation behind that. So hopefully you guys understand. But yeah, I'm not sure when MVD started, but they have they have a website called MVD Entertainment, which you can buy stuff from. But I guess they're not technically affiliated with MVD. It's a completely different. One's a website, one's the label. So not
very weird. Their site's very weird.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Okay, so go ahead, Tim or Tony. I'm sorry, I'll let you go ahead and get into it.
So show my MVD Rewind stuff that I like. So what I like about MVD Rewind, of course, is that they do produce a lot of Van Damme movies, and so I'm a big fan of Van Damme because I grew up in the '80s. And of course, we have Miami Blues. But what I like about these is the fact that it's again some really obscure titles and really nice looking slip covers. As far as MVD, what's it called? MVD Visual
Marquee.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing.
And Out of Time. They again some unique titles. I had never even heard of this title right here until this was released. And of course, Ken had his Sylvester Stallone month, so I bought this one. But yeah, just really good titles. There's not a lot of extra special features on these titles, but as far as packaging and unique titles, I really like it.
Yeah, you know, MVD, so they got, when I did the Target sale, I ended up buying something that said MVD Visual on the back. So they definitely have, like, I think it's the idea of the same thing, but key collection, then you got the Rewind collection, and then Visual. So but I have a list, like, oh yeah, anybody in the chat or anybody in here, I'm such a nerd. I create lists for everything because as collectors we have to, right? But yeah, I basically have a list for every MVD Rewind collection title there is, the number on the spine because they number their spines, and then I have all the MVD visual marquee collections written down too. So if you guys want to hit me up on Instagram or anything like that, let me know and I could give you a list of, you know, because I create lists for pretty much everything, every label.
That gave me another thought. As far as the MVD Rewind, they are numbered, so I do have a complete collection. I keep that up since I was able to start from the beginning to the most current.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that too.
I love doing that with the ones that are numbered.
Do you number? I'm sorry. Do you display it by number, chronological order? Then
I kind of hate it, but I do that just the reason why I hate it is because it's hard to find the title that you're looking for if you don't know the number. But I do like the numbers on the shelf.
Gotcha. Yeah, it does look nice for sure. And I mean, you got some big ones like we'll get into it later, but Indicator has a lot too. So
yeah.
Go ahead, Tim.
I will say first, I am so iffy on the numbers. I'm current on Paramount Presents because I love that label and I love everything they put out, so I buy it all. But like MVD, I don't know if all of them speak to me, so I don't plan on getting all of them. But anyways, with the Marquee, Tony already showed it, but Stallone in a serial killer movie, I thought this was solid. It's nothing special, but
if you want to see Stallone in a Saw movie, that's what that is.
And I enjoyed the hell out of this zany, weird ass movie.
A, B, C, D, E,
So yeah, I have probably between the two 15 or so MVD titles. What is kind of cool is they're in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, which is only an hour something from me, and I would love to just go raid their warehouse. That would be cool. But yeah, I don't have a ton of these.
Gotcha. Ken, go ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna.
H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O. Okay. I got for the Marquee. So I haven't watched this movie. I also have ICU, but I forgot that was a visual Marquee title. But Brian Loves You. This is like a found footage movie. It's like a found footage cult movie, and it says on the cover that it has shades of A Clockwork Orange, and it also has Norm from Cheers in it. George Wendt. So it's got to be worth checking out. I'll check it out at some point.
Does it say Norm from Cheers on it?
No, it says George Wendt. I'm trying to see on the back. It might say that on the back. You know, when it lists all the different stuff that they've been in. Yeah, it says George Wendt, Cheers, and House because he was in House as well.
Yeah.
And then for MVD Rewind, I got Mortuary. I think this one was a pretty cool horror film. I watched it last year. I think this one came out last July. And it's got Bill Paxton in it, and he's I don't want to spoil it, but you know he's the psychopath of the movie. I'm sorry, I spoiled it. But I mean, you can kind of tell on the back of the release. I mean, look at Bill Paxton right there. Freaking look at that look in his eyes. He's insane. But it's a great performance by him. It's an early performance. I think it came out like 1983. But I really dug this one. This is a good movie, Mortuary. If you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. The only MVD Rewind collection. This one's my pick here, Mikey. This film's pretty crazy. He's messed up. Like these little kid killers, man. I just want to kick this kid across the room. He's evil. But yeah, the one of the actresses, I can't remember. What is her name? Josie Brissett. She was in Hitcher in the Dark, which is a Vinegar Syndrome release. So I really liked her in this. She's pretty cool. Yeah, but this one's pretty good. It's fun. And then Even Money. I haven't seen this one yet, but I think it's about gambling, a gambling addiction, something like that. So I don't know if you can see it. Sorry with the glare there. But yeah, so those are my two picks there. Let me kind of go ahead and see if I catch up on the chat here. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep it under 2 hours here. First live stream, so I'm still getting used to everything. So
the good thing about those MVD Rewind titles, though, is when they have a sale, like you can get titles like Mikey and for like $5.99. Like I got Mikey, I think for $5.99, and I still got the slipcover with it.
I know Warner Archives is running a sale right now, 4 for $49 or 4 for $44.
Yeah, I haven't jumped into that yet.
Yeah, I will say I haven't even opened it up yet, but man, their artwork does speak to me on the rewinds.
I've heard good things about that one. I bought it last year, but
that's why I picked it up. It says $29.99. I paid like $10 for it.
Yeah, I think I paid 10 or 12 for it also.
Just wanted to say hi, Codebreaker. If you want to watch, this guy right here, he'll watch anything like messed up movies. That's his thing. So if you're looking to watch messed up movies with somebody, yeah, that's your guy right there. Watch for the first time.
Same here.
It was solid.
It was.
Yeah. Now another one, just trying to catch up on these here. What's up, people? Codebreaker, how are you? Thanks again, Bob. This list helped me out a lot. Yeah, like I said, if you're looking for any kind of list, just hit me up and I'll let you know what I got. Little Preston is crazy and Mikey. Yeah, I watched Mikey. I ended up trying to catch up on some of the MVD Rewind collection titles. I watched that and a few others like in one night. Showdown's another good one. But actually, to be honest with you, MVD Rewind's got some good titles in there.
Yeah.
If you check them out, like some of these labels don't always have the best titles. But yeah, these are good. Those are good ones. So
yeah, if you go to my channel and do a search for MVD Rewind, you can see the complete collection as far as what they put out so far.
that's another thing. I've got everyone's links down below in the description. Their YouTube links, their channels, and I know they're all on Instagram, so go follow them on there as well.
Do you guys have a preference, Marquee versus
Rewind.
Rewind.
My favorite.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Marquee.
Yeah,
I feel like I know most of the titles in the Rewind.
For the last round, were you guys all Arrow? Because I'm more an Archive, but were you guys leaning?
really, you're gonna go Warner Archive over Arrow?
Oh God, go Warner Archive speaks more to me than
Okay.
Arrow does.
Right. I don't know.
Are we deciding that as we go?
No.
Okay.
I'm supposed to.
I'm just curious for personal preference.
Yeah, and I should have been asking.
I go
that.
Arrow always.
Arrow.
Never turn on Arrow.
Yeah.
That's number
But
one.
It just Warner Archive really speaks to me as a
Yeah,
movie
it suits
watcher.
you. You're a classic guy.
Classic stuff too.
I'm gonna post a poll on Tuesday morning, so tomorrow morning. Every single Tuesday morning after the live stream, I'll post 16 polls up for each battle. And then each week it'll be down to 8, then 4, then 2, and then a champion. That's how it'll work. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I just want to jump on and kind of talk about predictions for the following week, things like that. But yeah, so next up we've got 88 Films, which is the 5 seed versus Vestron Video, which is the 12 seed. So let you guys go ahead and pull those out. Like I said, I'm trying to move.
I have none.
No 80, and that's okay. Some of us aren't going to have all the titles.
What were the two? 88 and which
88 Films and Vestron Video.
Vestron.
So
y'all ain't gonna like my Vestron pool.
I also, again, if I feel like a lot of my polls go to actors I definitely like, so I feel like people would know, if you know me, what one of my picks would be for Vestron. I'm very predictable on stuff.
Oh yeah, I was trying to think in my head. I was like,
Okay.
is there a Vestron that has Bruce Campbell in? I was like, oh yeah, there is. It just came out. I like that one too, though.
Yeah, it's quirky.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so going with 88 Films first. Some of the big things I really love about 88 Films is the box sets that they've been doing recently. Really solid box sets that they've done.
You got the Anaconda one too?
I do, yeah, but I didn't want to hog the screen and show everything about it. And a big
I already got yelled at.
Oh my gosh.
A big plus for 88 Films is this huge Jean-Claude Van Damme collection.
Oh yeah.
And they're numbered. They're numbered. They're limited. On the back, they all have a limited number. I know it's hard to see.
Oh, I see it right there.
But I love Van Damme, and not personally, but I love his movies. And so very happy to have all of those. They do a lot of good martial arts films also. Now, as far as Vestron, what I love about Vestron, of course, is the slip covers and the unique titles that they put out. They do a really good job with the collections. Probably not the best films, but they do these 4 film sets. We got some really good classic films, 90s films for really good prices. This was like $12.99 at Walmart. Same way
I love
with
their price point now.
Maximum Overdrive. But if you want to see the complete Vestron collection, I've got all of those also, and they are numbered. So you can just look that up on my channel too if you ever want to.
Me and Tim will just go ahead and get out of here. Tony's got this.
They number their spine. Yeah.
Because the slip covers, that's the whole thing. I love slip covers. I love steel books, but slip covers, if they're numbered and there's a slip cover, I'm going to have all of them if I can.
No slip, no dip.
Gus says, Tony, you're so funny. Don't ever get sick again. I agree. I was just telling Tim earlier on Instagram. I said, Tony's like sneaky hilarious.
I don't want to get sick.
Tony, don't get sick anymore.
Damn
it.
Don't own any
bad Tony.
Films. Put out some great martial arts movies. Vestron. Go ahead, Tim.
All right, so here's my 88 Films movie. It's good, but it doesn't compare to my Vestron titles. Of course, I'm gonna pull a Bruce movie. He's not the lead in it, but he is a very fun character. This is a very quirky, weird vampire movie, and the prices are freaking awesome. $12.99 new. That's great. So yeah, I dig Vestron. They released Maximum Overdrive. I freaking love Maximum Overdrive. I don't care what anybody says. This movie is a blast.
Where's that slip cover?
I love it.
Don't
I love
care.
that movie.
Don't care about the slip. Like I said, I can take it or leave it.
If you're looking to get those slips, anybody in the comment section, try Amazon, because I honestly got really lucky, and so did a buddy.
I've got a little project I'm working on. I don't do this too often, but I'm going back and trying to do all the Vestrons with the slip covers. And I ordered Chopping Mall from Deep Discount, and I got the slip covers. So I'm going to keep going with them and see if I keep getting the slips.
And that's like number 2 or 3 or
number 1.
Number one. That is okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
order
love
Blood
Chopping
Diner
Mall's
pretty
a
soon.
blast. I have such a
Oh,
good time with that movie.
So I'm going to say this as a collector. So I spend a lot on some steelbooks. Like I just got in a 7 Mantle Lab. I spent $150 on. So I spent a lot on steelbooks. But not being a slip guy takes a huge weight off your shoulders. I'm just saying. Because some of the stuff that I see everybody else, like, it doesn't have a slip. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not paying, $40-$50 for a slip cover or anything like that. But if it's $30 for a past title with a slip, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it.
Go ahead.
Burden's on my shoulders.
My turn. Yeah, it is a heavy burden to not have to worry about. Then you don't have to go into stores day one with a new release. No slip cover. I'm not getting it. The hell with that. I like the movie, but I'm not getting it because I have a slip cover. So I got an 88 Films title right here. The Gestapo's Last Orgy.
What?
This is a fantastic film with tons of orgies. And it's just phenomenal. If you guys haven't seen this one, check it out immediately. It's one of the best orgy films of all time.
Ken, that's hilarious because I just ordered that from Grindhouse Video.
I haven't watched this. I'll be honest.
A friend of mine had told me, he's like, because he knows I'm into some weird movies and I'll watch anything once, and he's like, you got to check out Gestapo's Last Orgy. So I ended up ordering that and some.
Probably pretty good.
I don't know. I think I ordered another title called like Cannibal of the Sex Slave God or something. It's a weird title.
That's a masterpiece.
Y'all see what the film collectors having to say about Dirty Dancing? So Vestron did give us Dirty Dancing.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't heard of the Gestapo's Last Orgy, it's up there with, it's what The Exorcist did for the horror genre, Gestapo's Last Orgy did for the orgy genre. That's a good one.
Say I'll be grabbing now.
I thought that was Cherry Falls that created the orgy genre.
It could have, but Gestapo's definitely elevated it from that point. So as far as Vestron, I'll probably take some heat for this one, but I like Candyman Day of the Dead. I thought it was pretty fun. It's not a great movie, but I would put it above the new Candyman. I hated the new Candyman, and I thought that this one was pretty fun. They dive into the Candyman's backstory a little bit in this one. I haven't seen Farewell to the Flesh in a long time, but I'm going to go ahead and say that Candyman Day of the Dead is my favorite Candyman sequel. And this artwork, like, you cannot beat this artwork.
Yeah, it's cool artwork.
It's freaking fantastic. And there's actually I believe there's some new special features on this release as well. You don't always get that with Vestron, but on some of their titles, you'll get like brand new special features. It's like high-end boutique level quality of like new special features, and they're only charging you, like they said, $11.99 for these releases. So
Ken, that Adam the Movie Hunter, it says, tell Bob that's him. He's the one that recommended that movie to me. Gestapo's Last Orgy. So that's his movie right there.
I also got to throw up my Maximum Overdrive real quick.
With the
this is the first Vestron. This is the first title that got me into Vestron, because I saw this on the shelf and I always remember watching this one as a kid, and I was like, I got to get that movie. Like, that looks freaking amazing. But this is the last Vestron title. They took a break for like 2 or 3 years after this one.
And then when they came back, they were cheap.
Yeah, this was the last one that was like $25.
Now they come with the digital copy too, so it's nice.
Yeah, this was
out of his mind when he made that.
Lionsgate still did these, but yeah, these were $25, but they were still in Walmart, but they were a lot more expensive.
I'll go ahead and get right into it. So I got the Anaconda. Yes. I also got the other ones, but I just wanted to pull one there. I love these because in each one here, There's a poster, mini poster, a booklet, and then art cards. So you get a bunch of stuff in those. And then I haven't seen this yet, but it's one of them. I got all of these ones, but Francis Ford Coppola directed this, so I got to check this one out. And I think Shivers was another one I need to see.
Yes.
That was a snoozer. I didn't enjoy that one.
Shivers or which one?
I didn't enjoy Shivers either, but that wasn't a snoozer. Dementia 13, like the movie's only 70 minutes, but I found it so dull and just boring. I don't know.
Next up for number 4 seed versus 13, we've got 101 Films versus Ronin Flicks.
Oh, geez, I sit this round out. I have
I get to take a break too.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well,
this is all Tony.
This is all Tony here. Yeah, 101 Films was founded in
101.
2011. They have a thing called Black Label, which Tony's probably going to pull out because he has them all. And they have like 27 titles, I believe. And then Ronin Flicks, they just started not too long ago, but I do have a couple Ronin Flicks titles. I'll just start by showing mine here. I've got the I Spit on Your Grave 4K. So speaking of, they got some pretty cool collector's editions. I know Tony's got Haunt as well. That's another good one. They got a collector's edition for this one as well. But yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah, I felt like I had a Ronin Flicks, but I couldn't find it. So it's possible I do have something.
Yeah, I'm going to be posting a video tomorrow with an unboxing of some of these titles we're talking about. So that I ordered, or not tomorrow, but soon.
That Haunt set looked really cool, but I didn't like that movie either.
So 101 Films, that's another one that has numbered spines. Plus, they also put the year that the movie was released. The movie came out. Yeah, same thing, isn't it? So Prom Night. What I like about these are the fact that they are in a box. They do come with a booklet, and then you have the Blu-ray. I love this movie right here, The New Kids. This is one of my favorite movies. That and Prom Night are probably some of my favorites from that era. And then they also got into doing these box sets. So Silent Night, Deadly Night, 1 and 2.
Nice.
That's
sick.
cool. Yeah.
Hard box. So what I love about this 101 Films is the fact that they have the red label, they have the black label, so they have some cheaper selections, but they are from the UK, so you have to order those from the UK. I believe the shipping's really affordable. If it's not free, it's pretty cheap. And I do have all of those in the collection too. If you ever want to check that out, just search it on my channel. What I like about Ronin Flicks is that they also got into doing these box sets. So I Spit on Your Grave. They do really nice job with their box set.
Yeah, that's a nice set.
Another hard box. And Haunt. They actually have different variations of this with a different slip cover, which I do not have. I only have this one. To me, that was my favorite slip. What I like about them is the fact that they do a really good job with their packaging. And they have some really obscure titles. This right here, I never heard of this film before. And then when they released this one, I love this. If y'all haven't seen it,
it is probably my favorite Halloween watch.
Yeah, it's
honestly,
a really good one.
If like you said, if you haven't seen Haunt, if you're into horror flicks and like carnivals or like haunted houses, oh my god,
I love haunted houses.
Perfection. And it's such a good ending too. It's not a bad ending. Kel asked if I Spit on Your Grave, never seen it. Kel, if you've seen Last House on the Left and can stomach that, then you can stomach I Spit on Your Grave. But if you can't stomach, I there's a couple scenes that are pretty tough in that one. I don't mind those films. I always enjoy watching the revenge. That's my favorite part of it. So. Next up, we've got the number 6 versus 11 seed Eureka Entertainment versus Blue Underground.
Eureka.
So Eureka Entertainment is they were established in 2004, and I think they have a Masters of Cinema series that they do.
They do.
That's
some of the best ones.
And then Blue Underground was founded by, in case anybody doesn't know this about Blue Underground, Bill Lustig is the founder of Blue Underground, and he directed Maniac Cop trilogy, Maniac, Vigilante, Relentless, and Uncle Sam as well. So, which is funny because he doesn't own the rights to his own film though, which is Maniac Cop, because that's Synapse.
Yeah, exactly.
So
go ahead. So me?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. So Eureka, like you said, they do have the Masters of Cinema, which are numbered titles. Hard box, really nice. To me, I would compare them almost to like Arrow not as good as Arrow, but I'm talking about as far as the packaging. And they also got into the steelbook, so they've got steelbooks in their catalog. I don't know that there's a lot of steelbooks still available from them. They've also got slipcover editions, and another nice hardbox set. A lot of martial art films also with Eureka. Just a really large variety. As far as Blue Underground, what I like about Blue Underground is the fact that they are really pushing their 4K releases. So I got Maniac Cop 2 and 3. I've never actually seen the sequels. I've only seen the original. So
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell, yeah. And they do a really good job when they release their lenticulars. They've got 3 different versions of the zombie one, and then House by the Cemetery. A lot of these I haven't, like I said, I haven't opened them up because I don't have anything to store these in. But I did buy all of the multiple copies of these. I'm not very familiar with a lot of the Blue Underground labels, but I do like to collect those and have them in the collection.
Hey, Tony, Kel's got a question for you.
Okay. The Haunt or Hellfest? The Haunt.
Yeah.
Hellfest, I'll need to revisit that one. I wasn't a big fan.
Have you all seen Hell House LLC? It's a found footage movie.
No.
Like that's reminds it's the same kind of premise as Haunt. Like the haunted house, and like, you know, people are murdering people inside the haunted house. But it's just done so much better, and it's found footage. So I just liked it a lot more. I think the problem I had with Hunt is I watched them very close together. I just liked Hell House LLC so much more.
I'm with Anthony here. Haunt is just one of my favorites, honestly.
It had some good, you know, October feels to it. I'll say
you seen Haunt or no?
Yeah, I've seen it. I didn't enjoy it that much. To be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I said, I watched Hell House LLC like in Haunts, I think probably within 6 months of each other or something. And I don't know. Hell House LLC just did it so much better.
Hell House LLC.
It's on Prime. It's a found footage movie. Haunt's not a found footage movie, right? Like that was just
no. It kind of has the feels of it
like
a little
kind
bit.
Of yeah, it's like maybe
really
switch back
good.
and forth a little bit.
And I've got you got to, you know, check out my video this week. I'm going to post about the Haunt Collector's Edition.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Completely out of the loop.
A bunch of posters, like 4 mini posters or
Haunt.
something. So
your pins, yeah.
Pins and everything like that. The thing about Blue Underground, I do like that they're doing all their 4Ks, but it's all re-releases. I'm waiting for them to do a new title in 4K as opposed to just their Blue Undergrounds. But go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
My one single Eureka, but it's a great one. Touch of Evil is a fantastic movie. I actually found this at a flea market for like $1. That was pretty cool to find there. But yeah, it's got multiple cuts, pack of special features. This was before the Kino one, so yeah, that one's better, but this was good. But I definitely do give the edge to Blue Underground because holy crap, are their releases top notch. I mean, you pay for them. They're like freaking $50 releases, but they pack them with features. They throw soundtracks into some of them or all of them.
They do, yeah.
I love that. I love having a score included. That's freaking great. Lenticular covers on a bunch. And not even exaggerating. I would say these are some of the best transfers out there. Like their transfers are freaking phenomenal. So yeah, Blue Underground is a fantastic label. Like I will buy a lot of their stuff. Just that $50 price point it's hard to swallow sometimes.
It's comparable to Arrow Video.
It is. Mm-hmm.
As far as their transfers.
And that Touch of Evil, is that what you showed? Touch of Evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, they also did a steelbook of that.
Oh, dude, you're killing me.
Will you quit telling Tim that, Tony? Damn it.
Same artwork, the orange and everything.
Yeah, they got a break here.
You tell me that, there's a slip version. I'm like, you tell me there's a steelbook, and now I'm going to be looking online for it.
He was going to take this whole 2 hours off from buying anything, and now you got to him again.
I am not a found footage guy either, Fish. I don't know.
I love found footage.
I love
it.
I love it.
It's probably my favorite horror subgenre. Well, that and slashers.
Well, you love Paranormal Activity, so that's found footage.
It scares me. Like no horror movie. I watched so many horror movies in my life. Like nothing scares me. But when I actually watch found footage movies, it gets under my
It could
skin.
be realistic. Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to Paranormal Activity, and I was telling a friend of this recently because I'm not a fan, but I was telling him like if you can relate to it or you you believe it, or you've walked that road or something similar is experienced. You know how, like, for me, films about addiction and like bullying are some of my favorite subgenres because I could relate to that. But like I've never been able to quite relate to like Paranormal Activity type of stuff. So I feel like when you can relate to it, or just it speaks to you in a different way, a lot of times you're going to appreciate a film.
Well, around the time when I watched those movies, my wife was having some like severe night terrors, like back in 2007, that whole era. And she would come running out of the room saying that somebody was standing in the corner and stuff.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that was around the same time I was watching those movies. And yeah, I definitely related to those movies, and I still love them though.
Yeah. For me, as far as the only, it is one Blue Underground. I don't have, it was Eureka, right? Yeah, I only have Blue Underground.
Oh, that's a good one. Right
Down
there.
is really good. This has like the love of my life, Naomi Watts, in it. So, yeah. I love Naomi Watts. And yeah, I'm obsessed with her. But yeah, I have the 4K titles, some of them. I just wanted to pull something that was kind of obscure, things like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So next up we've got.
Hold on, I didn't go yet.
I'm sorry, I skipped you. I
wanted to talk about Cocoon real quick. You know, Eureka released a Cocoon. This is a good movie about old people taking baths, at least from what I've heard.
You've never seen it?
I haven't seen it. No.
You need to watch that movie.
I got to talk about Zombie on 4K.
Whoa,
you seriously?
No, you don't have the slip.
No, this is the only one that's out of print. I think the slip's out of print. Like, I ordered all the other ones in the sale, and I got slips for everything except for this movie.
Oh,
they don't have slips for them anymore.
Too bad.
That wouldn't bother me at all.
Well, it does. It doesn't, because it's such a great movie. This is honestly, it might be the best zombie movie ever made. It's such a great movie. I love this movie. Lucio Fulci, and the transfer is out of this world. Like Tim said, like Blue Underground is like top notch when it comes to their 4K transfers. They're really only comparable to Arrow Video. I think they beat everybody else except for Arrow Video, in my opinion. But great movie.
Ken, I apologize for skipping you.
No, you're all good, man. You're all good.
Alrighty. Number 3 versus 14 seeds. So 3rd versus 14 is going to be Vinegar Syndrome versus Olive Films.
Got one of those.
I got one of them too. I have Olive Films, but it's boxed up because I'm hoping to move eventually here soon, and I'm out of space.
I love Olive Films.
They do. Yeah, I love Secret Admirers, probably one of my favorites from them.
Don't they have Mannequin? I need to grab Mannequin.
Yes, that's the one he's about to pull.
We're watching that all the time when I was a kid.
So I guess I'll go over my Vinegar Syndrome stuff first. So I do like buying from Vinegar Syndrome, but I'm really picky about what I get from their site. I don't like everything that they sell, so I got to be real particular about what I purchase. But they are top notch as far as their exclusive slip boxes. I mean, they got some of the nicest looking artwork designs. The Beastmaster, they've gotten into 4K, and their box sets are top notch. So I really do love that aspect of Vinegar Syndrome. But like I said, I'm really choosy about what I pick up from them. As far as Olive Films, some of my favorite are, of course, Mannequin. And it's still sealed up, but I've seen this movie many times. I saw it in the theater when it was released because I'm old. Return to Me is another good one.
Oh, that's so good.
If you've never seen this movie, man, this is a
great movie.
And one of my favorite share movies with Winona Ryder and Bob Hoskins is actually it has Christina Ricci in it. But Mermaids is another good Olive Films. So those are some of my favorites.
Is that about old people taking a bath?
Nope, it's about young people taking a bath. No, I'm just kidding. They all have their clothes on. In Cocoon, I can't say the same.
I guess Fish has seen Cocoon. I don't know, maybe. And Kel asked you, Ken, if you watch the Paranormal Activity movies with Michelle.
Yeah, we saw them all in theaters.
Does she still have night terrors?
No, she grew out of that probably after we had kids. I don't think she.
So you could create your own found footage.
Yeah, you could start a reboot or something like that. Tim, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so again, Tony just keeps showing stuff I had pulled. So, but yeah, it's a cool box set. I'm not a huge Vinegar Syndrome person. I've got some, but like Tony mentioned, you got to watch what you get with them. but they've been diving into some stuff I really actually give a shit about. And that is one of them being Dead Heat. And I championed the hell out of this movie when this came out. I freaking loved this movie. I was so excited. They gave this a 4K. It's a great release. The interviews on here are awesome. So, I mean, if Vinegar Syndrome is worth anything, it's Dead Heat. Love it. But for me, I prefer Olive. They give me more stuff that I care about. But like Yours, Mine, and Ours, this movie is hysterical. It's so funny. Without this, Brady Bunch doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The success of this led to Brady Bunch. Lucille Ball actually was one of the people that pretty much championed having that made. But anyways, also the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is actually my favorite of them. I prefer it over the 78 version. But someone mentioned about their transfers. And while, their transfers aren't like ridiculously great, they do give us movies that no other label has touched. And to me, what matters most is the movie itself. Not like I want a good transfer, but give me the movie on Blu-ray with a solid transfer, and that I'm happy. Honestly, I'd rather have a solid transfer than not have it at all.
Yeah.
So,
Hold on a second. Is that a slip on that Body Snatchers?
Yeah.
It's just like,
That's
I
a
bought
nice slip.
I bought
There's a whole series of them that have the slips.
I didn't know Olive had slips.
4K Media guy.
Now I'm interested.
4K Media guy said Slips Lives Matters because we got that issue going on. But I've got to go Olive Films as well, man. I'm with you. I honestly, Vinegar Syndrome, they're great packaging if you're a package collector, if you want to call yourself that. And I love packaging, right? But their films leave a lot to be desired for the most part. I feel like. Ken, go ahead.
Yeah, the only Vinegar Syndrome movie I've seen is Dead Heat. So I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I bought this off of Tim's recommendation earlier this year, and I did enjoy it. And it looked really good. It was my first, 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. Not the best work in 4K, in my opinion, but it looked really solid. But I got to shout out these two box sets that I got from them recently from a subscriber, awesome subscriber, this Beastmaster and Cloak and Dagger set. They're so amazing. Like Vinegar Syndrome, I don't think anybody does packaging as good as they do. But these sets are amazing.
Do you have any Olive Films?
No Olive Films.
Gotcha.
Look at this. Look at that. My goodness.
Slip cover inside of a magnetic slip box.
I know. Does anybody else do magnetic slip boxes?
I don't think so.
That's incredible. Look at that. My God. Somebody said they've only done three of these, and the other one was a title I can't remember.
Is it Frankenstein or Flesh for Frankenstein? I
don't think it was that. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember. Now the only my Olive Films
100 said Stone Cold. So
Stone Cold.
I should have showed Bruce Campbell before too, but sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah. I got Tammy and the T-Rex lenticular slip here.
Oh man, you should have shown that.
With the back of it here.
You don't have that, Tony?
Oh, of course I don't.
Oh, Tim's got it too. Look at that.
And both of them rubbing
look at that dinosaur and Denise Richards dancing on that cover. That get you going?
And it's Paul Walker and a T-Rex. So
I got it without the slipcover too, Tony.
Me and Tim's gonna have to work on a trade for that one.
Tim, you don't like slipcovers, right?
I'm sure Tony's got a few things back there that Tim would like.
We traded before.
Yeah.
He's got a few things.
7 seed versus 10 seed. This is one I'm really intrigued by. This is one of my favorite labels I'm about to name, but Severin Films versus Synapse Films. That's an exciting one because I personally love Synapse Films.
Yeah, that's easy for me.
And I know I'll share a little bit of a backstory here. Severin was founded by David Gregory in 2006, and then Synapse Films was founded. Actually, I listened to their podcast. They have a podcast as well. But Don May Jr. is the owner, and then Jerry Chandler's the co-owner. And on the podcast, Jerry Chandler's always on there like every week. So, and they started in 1997. And the story of how they got started is pretty cool. So you should listen to their podcast. But yeah. Tim, I'll let you go ahead and while we wait for Tony here.
Okay, so I've got one of each to show for Severin. I have a few others actually, but this is out of print, I think, because it's it's essentially just reusing footage from other movies. I popped it in. It's god awful. I mean, terrible. But they did also release Overboard, which I thought was really cool and really freaking weird. And
Tim, where's the slipcover for Cruel Jaws? It's like $100 on eBay.
Yeah, that's not.
Tim don't give a shit about no slip.
And for Synapse, I have a few, but again, Bruce Campbell, and this is first time to Blu-ray. This is a pretty early movie of his. They released this to kind of go off of the hype of 1917 and the whole one shot. I think that's why they put this on Blu-ray, because this is also a one shot movie. But it's fine. But it's Bruce Campbell, so it still gets a thumbs up.
Any Synapse?
Well, that was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Severin Synapse.
Gotcha. Okay. Tony, you back again, spinning in circles?
Yeah, I've got so many. I got stuff everywhere, and I kind of put everything in order by this sheet.
Get those movies on the floor, Tony.
Yeah, believe me,
Clean your room.
I hate them being on the floor, but yeah, go ahead and see what Ken has.
Okay.
So Severin, I don't have too much experience with Severin. I got the Overboard movie last year. I think that was the first movie I watched from them because I like that movie. The transfer was awful, so I don't know if that's consistent with all their other stuff. But yeah, they don't often have a lot of stuff that really entices me to buy from them very often. But I did buy this Changeling movie recently, so I'm excited to watch this because I've heard really great things about this movie. And I got it with a slipcover, and this slipcover's freaking awesome. And
I think the other 6-string, that's the other one.
Yeah, he named it. That's the one. But Synapse, like to me, I talked about Blue Underground and Arrow Video, but Synapse is definitely making a run for a boutique label that does the best 4K transfers because the Suspiria 4K transfer is out of this world. And I mean, it's already kind of set up to have a great transfer just because the visuals are amazing in this movie anyway. So just the 4K just really allows it to pop in a way that it never has before. But it's an incredible transfer by Synapse and a great movie too by Dario Argento.
I have a friend who has told me I've been hearing all the time that Suspiria is just the best.
Look at that freaking artwork, man. I just fell in love with that when I first saw it. It's so great.
Yeah, they're not cheap either, those, but Overboard.
Yeah, on Severin, I just want to also say, because we're talking about slips too, this is one of the worst freaking slips.
Yeah, you could get it out.
You're like legitimately pushing hard to get it. This is a terrible slip. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Changeling's not like that. Like, this is a nice slip. It comes out and, got good cover art inside. That's a different cover art. That's really cool.
I ordered 28 movies during the Severin sale, and somebody told me that because I watched what was the Deep Blood, the shark movie during Shark Week, and a friend of mine, Slashing Captain, was like, "Yeah, you got to understand, Severin films, most of their titles are like shit."
I got Grizzly. I heard some people say Grizzly was fun.
I got Grizzly too. I watched that with my dad a while back.
Yeah. They just seem like a garbage label to me.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I've got Grizzly too, but it's on the floor.
There's a Grizzly sequel.
It's on the floor somewhere.
Of course, they showed for Synapse. I mean, for Severin, they showed the Overboard. I love this movie. I saw this in the theater. I've heard that it's hard to get the slipcover on and off, so I haven't.
It's like it's glued in there.
And then The Boys Next Door is another good one. Charlie Sheen and Maxwell Caulfield. I know it looks like a really. I've seen this movie. It's not as it's not what it looks like. You know what I mean? Just a really good. I guess kind of like a murder spree type film, but I can't find my Grizzly. I can't find.
That's bugging you so much.
He's back there behind you. The bear burst through the door.
But I've only got like 3 copies of Grizzly. You know.
You got the steel book. You got the lenticular slipcover.
Scorpion.
Regular slipcover.
For mine here.
But Synapse and Severin are not my
No?
They're not my top ones.
I love Synapse.
Yeah.
And that Synapse, like Tenebrae, like I just watched
This-
that one. And that's amazing too.
This
That's
is
nice
one of his
one.
steel books. I
Mhm.
gotta be careful. There's a lot of nudity all over this thing.
Yeah.
It's littered here. Let's see if I could hide the back of it here because she's, yeah. The disc has nudity on it. The steel book has nudity. The booklet has nudity.
Oh, I'm sorry for showing that
Yeah.
orgy title.
Oh, you're good.
And,
As long as nobody bans me.
and
So.
if I would have had Grizzly, that bear's nude also.
Yeah. And then
Yes.
this one right here that just came
Yes.
out.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad I went with that instead of the arrow one. Like I did want the uniformity of the
this is
arrows, but
just let me
like
see.
it's such a cool cover.
Yeah.
Make that
Mm.
here. That's gorgeous. But yeah, as far as Synapse goes, they're
When
starting.
you see that, you haven't seen that movie, right? When
No,
you see
I
that
haven't.
movie, like that back image is gonna make
Make more
a lot.
sense.
Make more sense.
Make
And
more sense.
they have
Has
like
context.
they do steel books, and their steel books, yeah, they're expensive through their website, but they're really good. As far as the Severin goes, we've got Out of the Blue, which just came out.
Yeah.
I haven't checked that out
I'll
yet.
do that.
And then Killer Crocodile and Killer Crocodile 2, which I watched during the pandemic. I checked those ones out. They're pretty fun. They're not bad. They're not the best films, but they're not bad. So
Yeah.
just trying to stay caught up with the chat here. So
Nude bears for the win.
number 2 seed versus 15. So I think Arrow Video, and my prediction would be Arrow Video and Second Sight Films will face each other. But yeah, we got Second Sight Films versus Mondo Macabre. And I know that Tony doesn't have any Mondo. I don't have any Mondo. Tim doesn't.
But
Ken
guess who
does.
does. Thanks to Joe Martinez for sending me this title.
Oh,
But
look
yeah,
at
I
the
got,
stack of Second Sight Tony has.
Yeah. Second Sight's got to be one of
I
my
got a pretty
favorites.
respectable Second Sight collection. I've got 5 so
Second
far.
Sight is
Building
one of
up
my favorites. I've got all of the Second Sight hard boxes that they put out.
I mean, if you're a collector,
Yeah.
like it really doesn't get much
Tony,
better
you got
than
all like
the work
45
Second
of
Sight
them?
does.
There's like 45 limited editions that they put out. Wow. Tony.
Of course he does. He's got 2 versions of each one.
Yeah. So there were actually 2 versions of this one.
Dawn of the Dead.
The big box and the thin box.
Oh, he bought both boxes.
Yeah. This right here is one of my favorite movies, and it came with this beautiful box set. All of these box sets are going to be sealed up, so don't fuss at me. But same thing, booklet.
Watch those damn things.
Listen, I've seen every one of these movies.
Oh, I need that revenge set.
But
Oh,
you
I need
have
that
to
revenge
see
set.
the transfer, Tony.
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
man.
But I'm okay.
Yeah, that revenge is incredible.
I love that movie.
Strangers. I'm not going to show all of them. You can watch a video if you want to see that. But an upgrade is another good one. But what I like about Second
I didn't
Sight,
know they did upgrade.
yeah.
Damn it, Tony!
Fuck
I
yeah.
love Upgrade. That movie's incredible.
But the thing about what I like about these 2 is hard boxes. I mean, the UK is top notch as far as their releases. Like you said, Arrow started in the UK, but they do it right all over the UK apparently because all these are hard boxes, thick booklets, and just really good content and good movies. So, was I supposed to be showing anything else other than Second Sight?
No, there's Mondo Macabre, but
Yeah, I don't have that.
none of
one.
us have that trash. So
Yeah, except Ken.
So what are you talking about trash? You want me to show it off?
yeah, let's see it.
This is a movie called The Inheritors, and this is a great movie, great film.
Have you seen it?
Yes. But it's a great movie. It's about a kid, a Nazi kid, and he's got a little swastika necklace right there. And he's very complicated. There's a lot of nuance to his character. But he's got a really cool little jacket thing that's like, flipped up, collars flipped up. He looks like a nice kid. He's misunderstood, I think. Great story. Exploitation with the Clockwork Orange overtones. That's out of my mouth, not a blurb on the back of the case. It's a great movie. Recommend it. Mondo Macabre does some fantastic work. Of course, I'm joking. I haven't seen this movie.
Is there a reason why Joe sent that to you?
I don't know. I don't know what Joe sent this
He
to
wants
me.
you to see it.
He wants me to see it,
reason.
obviously, and I am going to watch it at some point. He said it was a good movie, so I'm sure it is. I trust Joe. The Guest second sight release.
Yes.
I love this release. It's not the best transfer they ever did. I think that Drive out of all the ones I've seen is probably the best, but it's still a great, phenomenal transfer. But I just love this box set. I just love the colors and just the look of it. And it's just a really slick set. So I like this one.
Gus hurt my feelings when he said he hates Synapse films. They're my favorite.
Synapse got some good stuff. They really do that. I didn't pull it, but the Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. Yeah. They just did a Blu-ray of that one.
That's a Blu-ray, and that transfer.
That thing looked freaking immaculate. Like that was like a 4K transfer. I mean, it was a 4K scan, but it wasn't 4K disc.
That Massacre at Central High I pulled, I watched. It's from like '77, and it looked like it was a 4K. It looked like it was an 8K.
The thing with Synapse, though, is what I've noticed is they've actually got some good films in their catalog, whereas Severin, again, I haven't watched all the Severins.
Maniac Cop,
like the best
Street
movies.
Trash, plenty more.
Yeah, Street Trash is supposed to be coming to 4K.
4K, yeah.
Okay, so I didn't pull Guest because I made the assumption that Ken would, and he did. I didn't pull Drive because I made the assumption Ken would, and he didn't. But I've got like 15 second sights. They are freaking awesome. They released some stuff that we don't even have here. I had Super Mario Brothers, which I have, but I pulled on a past stream, and it's in a pile somewhere over there, so I didn't grab it. But I did pull Revenge because this movie is so freaking badass. It's so good. And just in case you wanted to see, since Tony's is sealed, you can still. There's a poster there. There's a book. It looks really good, but yeah, I love that one. And this is out of
blood everywhere.
What was that?
Blood everywhere.
Oh God, yeah, it's a super bloody movie. And then Take Shelter is out of print here, like way out of print. Mm-hmm. And this was, you could buy this way cheaper than you could buy the US out of print copy. But anyways, Michael Shannon is a favorite of mine. The dude is fantastic in everything. I was very happy to grab this. So yeah, Second Sight is phenomenal. They're great.
Oh, for sure. No, don't hate
that.
me.
I need that Revenge set. Do you think I still got that Revenge set? I would get the box.
They do. They have it on Second Sight's website with the limited. It's the limited edition. Yeah. Now, don't hate me, but I couldn't stand Take Shelter. I was bored out of my mind watching that.
I haven't seen it. I've been wanting to see it because I heard good things about it.
I like a lot of boring movies. I guess there's a lot of movies that people have said are boring.
It, Tim.
Yeah.
For my boring movies too, we've got Drive.
Yes.
Right here, and it's just stacked. And that's
how people that would say Drive's a boring movie. Well, I don't see that, but
no. Now as far as I know, right here we got a comment about Maniac Cop. So if you listen to the Synapse Films podcast, the person who owned the rights or the original negative to Maniac Cop passed away, and nobody knows where the original negative is. So I guess Synapse isn't going to do a 4K of it unless it's actual like a real 4K. They don't want to just do like an upscale or something. So I guess I don't know until they find that. And they were talking about how it could be years. So unfortunately, I don't know if we'll see that. So that's the first bracket right there. We've got now on to the next bracket, which is the next 16 labels. So that's one side of the bracket, and the next side would be starting with Scream Factory. So I separated Scream Factory and Shout Factory, and then that's number 1 seed versus the number 16 seed, maybe a sleeper, Full Moon Features.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Full Moon.
I couldn't possibly care less.
Don't worry.
I haven't dived into them. I really wanted that. I really want the Trunk Puppet Master set, but every time I go to get that thing, it's always
Tony's about to show that off. Are you telling me you don't have Baby Oopsie, Tim?
No.
So we're doing Scream Factory and Shout Factory together?
Scream Factory and Full Moon. Go ahead. Scream Factory.
No, separate, right?
Scream Factory
is separate. I separated the two because people wanted me to do.
Yeah. So I'm doing Scream Factory, and what else am I doing with this one?
Full Moon Features. Okay. So show your trunk.
So what I like about the Scream Factory is that they do so many unique things with their releases. They do the vinyl in these nice little black boxes with the silver foil. They do original artwork and release movies that haven't been released in a long time with a good amount of special features. And then they're just the master of these big box sets. So that's what I like about Scream Factory. Things that I don't like about Screen Factory is that I don't have them all in my collection. So one day maybe I will. Full Moon Features, is that what they're called? Ain't that what
Yeah,
they're called?
Full Moon
Yeah.
Features.
So they did do the trunk, the Puppet Master trunk.
Bastard.
They pretty much focus mainly on this type of film. There's not really much variety other than this kind of stuff. And I'm not a big fan. I haven't seen any of the Puppet Master films, unfortunately. I just haven't taken the time to watch all of these.
None of them are
But I haven't heard good things about any of them, really. Not even.
I don't like the first one at all. I like the sequels, though.
But as far as a release, I mean, you can't do better than this. I don't think.
That's beautiful. And then I heard I got that one coming, and I'll do an unboxing of it on my channel.
It's always on sale. They've always got some kind of sale going with this. And I've got an unboxing on my channel too if anybody wants to check that out.
Does it go back in stock?
Nice
Because
point.
right now it says out of stock.
Oh, it's in stock all the time.
Well, okay.
Send me the link tonight, Tony.
Just like the
I'll get it.
McRib. They bring it back and they take it away.
Yeah, it's $250 right now, but it'll be like when I got
Half
it,
price. $1.25.
I'll say this about Puppet Master: it's got one of the best horror scores of all time. I love the score to Puppet Master.
I like the newest
The
one,
music.
The Littlest Reich. With
I haven't seen that one. I do have it on 4K.
that was written by the same director of like Dragged Across Concrete, Bones.
Yeah, that's Craig Zoller.
Yep, I
That's a good
love
one.
that guy. Favorite director. Ken, go ahead. Screen Factory and
Screen. What I love about Screen Factory is the fact that they can just misspell the title of their film on the side of the case, and they just own it. They don't even care. They won't even
I got a
acknowledge it.
replacement. I got a replacement
You got a replacement?
for the sleeve. Yes, I did. It
you know that thing's
I
going
had
for
no.
like
I had
40,
seen nobody say that.
people are selling it for like $40-$50 coin figuration.
People are buying that.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean it's out of print. Like it's they pulled it off the
because
shelf.
it was one of their limited edition ones.
Limited edition, wrong spelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
People
I'm gonna
should
go ahead and
like-
brag. I'm gonna go ahead and brag real quick for the people that don't have it, because I'm a jerk. But Child's Play 2 is amazing on 4K. Oh my god, it looks so incredible. So you definitely need to run out and get it right now. You can't. I'm sorry. It comes out in 8 days though. Hope you guys enjoy it. Halloween 2. I love Halloween 2. It's one of my favorite horror sequels.
I love it.
So it's honestly probably my favorite Halloween movie. And this was an excellent transfer just to get to watch this movie. A lot of the stuff from Screen Factory that I get it, I've never seen it before. But to get to watch a movie like this that I've been watching since I was like 10 years old on VHS, and just to get to see it look in this way, the way it does. Same thing with Child's Play 2 as well. It brings a tear to my eye. And it just reminds me, why I do this and why I collect movies and why I love movies. So Halloween 2 is great. So that's my Scream Factory. And as for Full Moon, I don't have any of those.
Yeah. Chris, that was released by Ronin Flicks, The Haunt.
I would want to get the subspecies films though.
So
I always
speaking
like
of Screen
those.
Factory here, Species, and
That's Species.
Dawn of the Dead. I could see Dawn of the Dead getting a 4K at some point, but I love the remake of Dawn of the Dead. I don't know what else. It seems
I love it too.
It seems to be hit or miss. I love Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead.
It was my favorite zombie movie till before I saw Zombie.
Okay, so it's right up there, yeah. And then I haven't seen Species yet, so I know Ken, you just watched it or something like that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Tim,
one of those that after I watch it, I was like, why did I buy this? $28 for this?
So Tim, you won't be voting for Full Moon Features.
I will not be voting for Full Moon, but I want to talk about my Screen Factory though.
Yep, absolutely.
So, I do like the hard box stuff. I wish they did more hard box stuff. Like this Creep Show is awesome.
It
So,
is.
Yeah, Creep Show's amazing.
Hopefully they do more. They haven't really done that much. I would love if the Return of the Living Dead was hard box. That would be awesome. But the Army of Darkness, I know it's getting 4K, but this is a super comprehensive Blu-ray. Like multiple cuts. I'm sure the other cuts will be on Blu-ray within that 4K set. But this is top notch. This is an amazing release. And I also love kind of blind buying and finding obscure stuff from them that I love. I never heard of this movie before I blind bought this, and Autopsy of Jane Doe is freaking crazy good.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for set in one location movies. Like, you have to really have a good script to keep people engaged in something that's taken place in 1 or 2 rooms.
Right.
And this is damn good. I
It's a
can't
good movie.
I can't recommend this enough for anyone. Like, this is probably pretty cheap to get. You will like it. It's really good. But,
And you got Brian Cox in that movie, who's one of the best actors. And it was back when he still had to do low-level horror movies like that before he got his HBO show Succession, which he's amazing in.
And Emil Hirsch is great in it too. Like,
he's good. I like that movie a lot.
Creepy movie.
Yeah, very creepy.
Number 8 seed versus the 9 seed. We've got Mill Creek Entertainment, which was actually founded in 2002. And they do like TV series, retro VHS slipcovers. If you've seen those retro VHS slipcovers, they're the ones who started that. And I think Lionsgate jumped on it and a couple others. And then they're going to go up against the 9 seed Scorpion Releasing, which they do a ton of work with like Kino Lorber and Code Red and things like that. I couldn't figure out what year they were started or founded, but I like Scorpion Releasing.
Yeah.
They've got like 300 titles or something like that now.
And I have 0 of them.
Yeah, I do not have any Scorpion either. I thought I might, and I still think I might, but again, couldn't.
You might. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, it's like maybe.
It's hard because I'm going to go ahead and jump on this one really quick, Tony. We were talking about Grizzly, that naked grizzly bear behind Tony. Yep. So that's like, here's the problem with Scorpion Releasing. You don't see it unless they don't put it right there.
Yeah.
So there's no spine. They don't put their logo on their spine. Like
they're just intertwined with other. Yeah.
Yep. And then as far as Mill Creek, I love this movie. You were just talking about it, Tony. The New Kids is awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Tony, go ahead. You guys don't have any. You said Scorpion, but you do have Mill Creek, right? Obviously.
Well, everybody's got Mill Creek.
Yeah, I feel like you can't not have Mill Creek.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I like about Mill Creek is the variety, like you were saying. They actually did a Mondo Steelbook of Rad, which I actually do have, because
good
I can snag this really cheap. I do love the retro VHS style slips that they did, especially when they first came out in Walmart. They were very hard to get. You know, all of them. Of course, I remember spending like 30 minutes on that Walmart aisle trying to get every one of them, which I did. I've got plenty of videos out there of
that was like the first special edition Lionsgate wave, wasn't it?
It was, yes. And like you said, they do a great job with their TV shows, the classic TV shows. Not the best transfers because they cram so much on so little as far as disc. But even their DVD sets, they've been doing classic TV shows for a very long time. So just a really wide variety of their stuff, and they're so cheap. Everything's so cheap for their stuff. And then as far as look what I found. So Grizzly. So this right here is, of course, the Scorpion. This is what I was thinking about. Scorpion. So we have the naked grizzly bear. The Heavenly Kid. This is another one that's an obscure title that I used to watch on cable back when I was growing up a lot. The Heavenly Kid. And who can't have enough Van Damme in their collection, right?
Oh, yeah. With
a slipcover. And also we have Terror Train.
Oh, that Terror Train.
Nice. That's a nice cover.
Yeah, really nice artwork. So I'm not a big fan of Scorpion Releasing, probably the same as with Severin, just because I haven't seen a lot of their titles that they have available. But one of these days I might actually open some of these up. I actually watched Grizzly because I do love animal attack movies.
Open them up, Tony.
So I've got Grizzly, and like I said, in other versions. But yeah, eventually I'll open some of these up.
Yeah, Ken, they have a lot of nice slipcovers, Scorpion does. Like some of their older stuff that's out of print. Their slips don't last long either. I don't think they make a lot. Tim, go ahead.
Okay, 0 Scorpion, but like I said, I think everybody has Mill Creek. And one of the things I really like is they give us stuff that actually hasn't been released yet. I freaking love Big Bully. Like, I really love this movie, and I waited a long-ass time for this to come to Blu-ray, and out of all the companies to give it, Mill Creek did. Yeah, it's in a double pack, and Wrongfully Accused is not even the same type of comedy, but still, Big Bully is now on Blu-ray, so thank you, Mill Creek. They give us cool, like, huge packs, like a big Rita Hayworth pack that this wasn't really that much. $35-$40 to get 12 movies from her. That was really cool. And like Tony pointed out, their TV shows, their TV shows, they're very cheap with how they like.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, but this was like $25 for the complete series, so it's hard to complain. Like they could do higher quality, you'll just pay more for it. So
and they'll do a Blu-ray release eventually.
Yeah, but they must sell a ton at their $25 price point, so people must be okay with the shitty packaging. So I think that's why they just keep going with the shitty packaging because it sells.
Yeah, Walmart slowed it down with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They really are.
I know Derek says Scorpion has Clifford. That's all that matters. And they did release Clifford.
That is all that matters.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ken.
But yeah, what got me into Mill Creek, and I don't have any of the Scorpions, was these retro VHS slipcovers. I don't know, they're so cool. And I don't know if anybody else knows, but Lionsgate started doing these first, right?
Oh, really?
And then all of a sudden we started seeing Mill Creek do them. Does anybody know how that transfer?
I don't know who did it.
I
don't know who did it first.
They actually released them at the same time. That's some of the Walmart releases. Like I was saying, I was trying to get all of the ones that they were releasing. Some were Lionsgate and some were Mill Creek. It was just a whole blend of them.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Because back then I didn't really pay attention to like what label was what. I was just grabbing movies off the shelf. But
the initial Lionsgate wave was the harder ones to get.
Yeah, but they were super cheap. Like you all said, like I got this movie Neighbors, which is a great movie if you haven't seen it. John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd. It's a really silly kind of dark comedy.
$8.
This is $8. Like these movies were $7.99 when they first came out, and you still get the slipcovers with them, and you probably still get them now. Like if you go on Amazon and go to order these, I'm pretty sure you'll still get the slips with them.
Yeah, be sure to rewind that when you're done.
Yeah, I'll definitely rewind it. Got the rewinder out there by the TV. But yeah, this is a really fun movie. But yeah, I just fell in love with these slipcovers, and every time Mill Creek comes out with a new batch of them, I'm definitely sure to order them. I love them. So,
hi Robzilla, you didn't mention me.
Hey Robzilla.
All right. Next up, we've got the number.
Knows.
What's up?
I said Anthony knows. Big bully.
Mill Creek also did a cool set, the Lon Chaney set, right? Inner Sanctum. That was a really cool set that they did too.
Yeah, and then they do the Randolph Scott Western collection.
Oh yeah, that was a nice set. That might have been one of the nicest Mill Creek sets I've ever seen.
Tony,
the artwork on them was really cool.
Which one was the Chuck Norris Mill Creek title? I'm trying to think.
Silent Rage.
I was going to say Silent Rage. Is that Chuck Norris?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
No, it's not.
This Rita Hayworth is actually really nice. There's different images on every disc.
That might be them. I don't have that one. That might be comparable to the Randolph Scott because they're both 12 movies. So
yeah.
Now, Rita Hayworth is one of your favorites as well, right?
Not one of my favorites, but one I like.
Gotcha. Next up would be the number 5 seed versus 12 seed, which is I believe like a British company. I think they started this label with over like 180 titles. I think they're owned by somebody else, but Imprint Films.
Australia.
Okay, Australia, yeah. And then versus Grindhouse Video. So a big difference there in the drop-off there in quality and just
Did you say Imprint and Grindhouse?
Yeah, Imprint and Grindhouse.
I'm out.
No.
I would love to dive into some Imprint.
I lied. Imprint and Umbrella, number 5 versus 12. I apologize. Imprint.
It's Umbrella. Okay.
Umbrella, yeah. Imprint versus Umbrella. I apologize.
I've been so tempted on some of the Imprint stuff, but I just haven't pulled the trigger.
I'm tempted by the Umbrella Entertainment. They got a couple. So Umbrella Entertainment has like 3 different labels. I'll talk about them. I'm sure Tony, you might have all of them, but they have. Let's see here. So they've got Beyond Genres, which is they have like 22 titles of Ozploitation Classics, and then they have one called Sensual Cinema. So they have like 3 different sub labels, and they all come with slipcovers, every one of them. And they're numbered. I think they number the spine too, right?
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person, unfortunately.
You don't have any Umbrella?
I do, but not the slipcover numbered spine editions.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You don't have the Sensual Cinema collection, Tony?
I do not.
I thought that would have been right up your alley.
Well, Grizzly Bear's as sensual as it gets around my house. So, So I'll show my imprint because I do love imprint films. I've got a lot of videos out there of my imprints. What I like about imprint films, they all come in a flip box if there's an initial run. Once they run out of the slip boxes, then they're just released with just the regular Blu-rays with the clear case. But as far as the title says right here, was a Criterion title before it got retired or out of print. So it's a good way of getting some of these. Double Jeopardy is one of my favorite movies, and we finally got this one with imprint. These are all region free. Regarding Henry's another great one that we haven't had in here. So a lot of these haven't been released in the U.S. other than DVDs. We had Bad News Bears. Of course, as soon as I got this one from imprint, we finally got this one released. I grew up watching this one, so it's one of my favorites. And then Fire in the Sky is another one that that I like. So I do like imprint films. It is very expensive as far as adding those to the collection, because I import them from Australia and the shipping is outrageous. But Deep Discount's really good about having good deals on these, and so is Orbit DVD.
Tim, you don't have the entire 180 from imprint?
No. Oh, you see.
What about you, Tony? No?
I really wish that I did, but I do not.
The imprints are numbered?
Yeah, they're numbered.
They're numbered.
That's why I can't mess with them.
Tony, what are you doing, man? You don't have all those?
Yeah, you're behind.
I do not. I'm ashamed. Let me just bow my head.
You should. Get out of here. Get him out of here.
You know, Pop's Movie Dungeon does.
Pop's Movie Dungeon has all at 180 or whatever they're at.
That's a real collector. That's a real collector.
Exactly.
Oh, boy. Tony just got called out.
Now listen, let me tell you about Pops. Pops got all of the Shop Factory, all the Scream Factory, and he's got all the Shop Selects too. So Pops,
he's serious.
Probably got all the Umbrella as well.
Does he?
I don't know. Maybe if he's still in the chat, tell us.
So let me tell you a little bit about my Umbrella releases that I have. So what I've chose for Umbrella releases are all of these drive-in delirium releases, and what these are themed drive-in movie trailers for different genres such as action, sci-fi, horror. And so that's what I picked whenever I decided I wanted to get something from Umbrella. And so that's all I've got so far from Umbrella are just all these drive-in deliriums. And guess what? I actually have one that's open. So when you open these up, it does have a list of every single, which I know it's going to be hard to see because of the glare. It has a list of every single trailer that's being featured. So you don't have to, like I said, there's just hundreds of them.
Oh, wow.
So if you like classic action movies and things that would have played in the drive-in, even modern ones like Jaws, then this would be right up your alley. And they are region free. So anyway, that's my Umbrella.
I know right here, somebody asked about the Visual Vengeance. They're a new label, but they're not a partner label. They're like a sister label from, I can't remember who it is, but they do a lot of DVDs. But if you follow my channel, in the next week here, I've got some Visual Vengeance just started, but their titles are like Suburban Sasquatch, LA AIDS Jabber. We're talking like straight to video, just basically like if me and Tim filmed.
You say LA AIDS Jabber?
That's what it's called, yeah. And this collection I have, you got to see what it comes with. It comes with like a needle.
Tony has the steel book of that one.
I'm surprised.
And it's in a bag.
Yeah. All right. Here, Tim, go ahead.
All right. Umbrella, I have a whopping one, but it's the Dolph Lundgren Punisher, which I still don't think has a Blu-ray here. It's fine. It's a fine movie. But Imprint is freaking awesome. Yes. But I don't collect them as much because I bought it's weird what I'm seeing opposite, but Breakdown. I paid $45 to get this, and then the freaking Paramount Presents gets out right away. So I'm not dipping too much into Imprint unless I know it's not happening or it's too good to pass up. Like I really want to get that Walter Hill box set. And I pre-ordered this today. That's a freaking awesome looking set.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw you pre-ordered that.
So like Imprint has cool stuff, but no, I will not try to get all of them or even close. If they cost too much to get burned by a US Blu-ray coming right around the corner.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Breakdown did that. Yeah.
Yeah, Mothman Prophecies though is a freaking great movie, and it's kind of got forgotten about. I like this one a lot. It's
based on a true story.
Yeah, it's based on a true story, and it's eerie and creepy. I like it a lot.
If you need help going to sleep, that's a good one.
Again, I like boring movies.
I don't know. I remember watching that when I was in high school. I don't know.
Pops is slacking on the umbrella. It looks like.
Yeah.
Where's
that's the only thing.
He'll get around to it. Pops is the cerebral assassin of physical
Pops,
media
I'm
collecting.
expecting when you're a guest on here that you have all the sensual cinema ones. So
He will. He will. No, Pops doesn't like that 70s porn stuff. So
it's not porn though. It's like Dreamgirls, I think, or whatever it is on there.
Okay.
They got some like I thought it was porn too, so I had to look it up. I was like, I don't want to buy porn, but yeah. All right.
What are we showing off?
Umbrella and Imprint.
Don't have them.
Oh, you okay?
Shame.
Uh-oh.
He does have all the Child's Plays that just came.
You know what?
I do have Child's Play 2 due out on August the 16th.
Yeah,
but
Mika said she's getting it then. Codebreaker agrees with you. Yeah, I know he's a good friend of mine. He loves Fire in the Sky, one of his favorites of all time. I don't have any on Umbrella or Imprint as well. But I do want to start collecting those sensual cinema ones. So I'm looking to get on that.
They sound enticing.
Yeah, I'll try and get like 4 and send them to you guys so you can start collecting them.
Please.
I want to know what movies Magic Hands says are garbage.
What?
Magic Hands. Those garbage movies. Which ones are garbage? I want to know.
The Mothman Prophecies. I think he's what he was talking about.
I will not stand for Mothman Prophecy slander.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat a little bit here. All right.
I wanted that Stir of Echoes one.
Yeah.
I didn't get it though.
Let's see here. 4 seed versus 13 would be Kino Lorber. I think Kino Lorber started under Kino International in 1977. And then they went over to Kino Lorber eventually. But number 4 is Kino Lorber versus Grindhouse Video, number 13 seed.
Grindhouse.
I think we all know which direction I'm going on this, though.
Kino Lorber. Oh, yeah. No, Kino Lorber has great titles. I like Grindhouse Video, but I've got to go Kino on this one, too.
Yeah,
I don't have nothing for Grindhouse.
Okay, so I'm going to just show you just a very few. I've got hundreds. I say hundreds. I've got over 100 Kino Lorber titles. They're actually in boxes because if you can tell, well, I'm not very good at pointing. All these the skinny shelf where those are sitting like that, those are all Kino titles all the way around the room. But of course, not on this big wall. But anyway, some of my favorite Kino titles, country, anything with Jessica Lange in it, I'm all for it.
Oh, nice.
They do TV movies like The Burning Bed with Farrah Fawcett. They do classic Stallone films, comedy when he tries to do comedy, Oscar. And then things like River's Edge. So there's just a wide variety of titles that they put out. They do have slipcover editions. Like I said, those are all kind of like in boxes in the other room. But wide variety is what I like about Kino Lorber. And plus really good price points and always something on sale.
Wow.
For Grindhouse Video, I've got things like Death Game, which they do some really nice box slip boxes.
That one
looks pretty sensual.
Out. It's back in stock. It's not a porno, Ken.
It looks pretty sensual to me.
I like Knock Better, but this is what Knock was based off of.
It's the original Knock, but yeah.
They have titles like Pieces, all slip boxes.
All right, I see you.
Cat in the Brain with a glow-in-the-dark skull.
Cat in the Brain.
You're pulling all of them, Tony.
Okay, now I have a few more, but I'm not going to show those. I'm not going to say time for Bob.
You have Cannibal Holocaust.
Are
you about to pull Cannibal Holocaust? Because if you want to do that, you can.
No, I wasn't. I kept that because I thought somebody else might actually have that one since it was a horror box release. Is it called Horror Box? The subscription box. There was a
they did horror. Yeah, I know Terrell has that. Yeah. I can't you get 4 movies in the mail. Yeah. Somebody said Nightmare Beach and Deep Star 6 for Kino Lorber right here, I believe.
Yeah, Deep Star 6.
I like Nightmare Beach. I thought that was really good. Tim, go ahead.
I'm feeling kind of stupid because is Grindhouse releasing not the same then as Grindhouse Video?
I'm sorry, was I saying Grindhouse Video? So it's Grindhouse releasing. Grindhouse Video is a website. It's a totally different. Yeah, I apologize.
All right. Because Tony was showing titles, and then I have this Burt Lancaster movie.
That's Grindhouse.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, is this really the same label? I'm looking at the stuff he's picking up, and this doesn't seem anything like that.
No, it's a slipcover, right?
It's Grindhouse release. What you have in your hand is Grindhouse releasing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. But this is the only one I have, but it has the soundtrack inside, so that's pretty badass.
I keep saying Grindhouse Video because I order from them like weekly.
Yeah.
So I apologize.
Obviously, Kino is my shit. I mean, honestly, it would make it towards the end for me. What was that?
Said preach.
Oh, Gara, yeah, definitely. So they're 4Ks. They've been nabbing up 4Ks like crazy, releasing phenomenal movies. I mean, they're taking stuff from Criterion that is great movies. Yes. They do a really good job. Their transfers are pretty damn solid. They give us stuff that has never hit Blu-ray before, which I love. That's, again, give me something that has never hit Blu-ray over a 4K, though. So I love 4K, but I want stuff that has never hit Blu-ray. Hell, this was only on VHS before this. There was never even a DVD.
Yeah, made for TV.
Yeah. And then they have box sets that are crazy cheap. Like, I'm talking like low $20 range, and they all have individual cases inside. They're very, very well priced. So I absolutely love Kino Lorber. Like I said, I'm gonna be voting for them really towards the end. I love these guys.
I think they're real comparable to Warner Archive.
Yeah, but better.
They release even more variety because I feel like they release a little bit more variety. Warner Archive releases great stuff too. God, I'm gonna be.
They're a lot more consistent too, because you might get one or two Warner Archives maybe every couple months or something.
Plus,
but Kino.
They stick with
5 week.
No, like one or two, like every couple months, probably. With Kino, but yeah, I love Kino Lorber. You know, like you all said, they just got such a great variety, and they're very consistent. They're putting out titles like week after week. It feels like stuff on Blu-ray, stuff on 4K. I feel like they're upping their game in terms of like packaging. I'm really digging their slipcovers here lately with the 4K titles and their Blu-ray titles, really. But yeah, this putting out all kinds of really awesome stuff. I love A Fistful of Dollars. This is probably one of the best 4K transfers of the year, in my opinion. So they're definitely doing great work in that respect as well. I think, you know, in a couple of years' time, we're probably going to be saying Criterion who. I think that Kino Lorber is going to be stepping up and taking that mantle here.
It just took for too long. Kill on 4K.
I don't know. I mean, they're taking a lot of the Criterion titles. They're taking titles that Mill Creek has been putting out and giving them like cool slipcover editions. And I don't know, Kino Lorber's been doing some great work. I've been, you know, talking about them and covering them since the pandemic. And it felt like every single week, like nobody was putting anything out but Kino Lorber. Like they're always on top of it and always doing good work. And I definitely appreciate them for that. So Kino Lorber is amazing. Definitely, I'd probably put them in at least top 4, top 5 of the boutique labels for sure. And I mean, one of my favorite things I do on my channels, whenever Kino Lorber has a sale, like I'm always jumping on there with everybody and just going through everything and just taking recommendations. And everybody seems to get super excited for Kino Lorber and their sales, and their sales actually feel like sales. Like it's not like, hey, we're doing a sale. Like Arrow Video, it's like, oh, let's get on there and it's like $2 off or something, the regular price. It's like Kino, it slices them in half, in some cases like 60% off.
$4.99 titles.
So you can really catch up on your collection with that. And I know some people don't like it, but I've grown to really love that white font spine that they have, just the simple white spine.
I do. I like those too as well. So I got Cannibal Holocaust here.
Yes.
Cannibal Ferox, which I've seen both of these. Actually, one of the people in here, Codebreaker, he recommended we watch this one night with a group of people, and he was the one who fell asleep during it. So
too tame for him.
the irony. He's like, yeah, no, it was just too boring, I think. And then this is glow in the dark, but somebody had mentioned the Beyond. Chris did actually. So I've never seen the Beyond, but yeah, they number their spines, but they don't make sense because like BOS and they got G, I don't know, GRD. So like, yeah, it's not like your traditional numbered spines. It doesn't quite add up. And then as far as Kino Lorber goes, let's talk about Tim here. Deep Rising.
Yes.
Love this movie with the slipcover too. Then Deep Rising.
I love
Tough
that movie.
Turf reminds me of the New Kids a little bit. Just I love Tough Turf so much. And then Youngblood. Come on, who doesn't love Youngblood? Fucking love this movie. And then I watched this last night, Rush, which was really good. It's about two people that like two partners get caught up. They're working like narcotics and they get caught up in the addiction themselves and stuff and heroin. But it's really good. So that's all of that here. Let me go into the next label here. So that's an easy one. I think Kino Lorber will win that. Go ahead. Sorry.
Real quick before we move on, just because I saw Fish the Film Collector mention, I just got to say, just because this movie gets passed over a lot because it's a remake. I've seen a lot of stuff. If you haven't seen this, I do highly recommend it. It uses almost the exact same script, and the actors are just as on par as the originals. Like, this is a damn great one. You got George C. Scott, Ozzie Davis, James Gandolfini, Tony Danza, Jack Lemmon, and this is directed by William Friedkin, who did Exorcist. Like, it's all-star people across the board. I think a lot of people think just because it's not the original, it can't be that good. It's legitimately, it's almost the same damn script. So, like, if you like the original, I can't imagine what you don't like in this one. And the original isn't even the original because there was a TV play that was done before the original. So, like, that's not even an original story, if you got what I mean.
Which do you like better? Which do you prefer, honestly?
I said it before. I think they're equal. Honest to God, they're almost the same exact script. So if you take the exact same script and you switch out great actors with other great actors, William Friedkin's directing is good. I think they're about equal. Seriously, I think there's just a lot of, because it's not the original, and the original is considered one of the greatest movies of all time, and this is just a TV movie. It can't be good, but it's a movie set in one freaking room. It's all based off dialogue. And the dialogue is almost the same. So
yeah, you talk that one up a lot. It has made me want to get it, but I haven't seen the original, so I gotta watch that one first.
If you put this in black and white and didn't tell people didn't know who the actors were beforehand and stuff, you'd have a hard time telling. Like, they're both the same damn script. They just updated a couple of things to make it 1990s, but that's about it. It's basically the same movie.
The men are still angry, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're still
same level of anger.
All of the beats of the movie play out exactly the same, and you can't deny. Like, you switch out Henry Fonda for Jack Lemmon. Who would deny Jack Lemmon is not a great actor? You know what I mean? So it's I'm sorry, I love this movie, and I have to stand up for it. It's great.
Is anybody sure what this comment means? Oh, sorry, right here.
I was known as LA AIDS jabber in the 70s.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's one.
He's an age jabber.
That was LA Age Jabber is one of the Visual Vengeance titles coming.
Mm.
So. Let's see here. So next up is number 6 versus 11 seed. 6 would be Indicator Films, and then 11 is Tim's thing that he told me all about, Film Detective.
Mm.
I don't actually have any of either, so I won't be.
I don't either.
Am I going to be the only one showing Film Detective?
No, sir.
No.
Oh,
but me and Ken have been blank on a couple here. So
Tony's the only one that you didn't have was Mondo.
Yeah, Mondo.
Yeah, that's the only one I didn't have. So
I might mention Derek was excited when Tony didn't have any Mondo Macabre because it's a label that he has that Tony doesn't.
I know he's gonna order one tonight though.
I really don't think I'm interested in any of those titles.
Yes, you are.
You might surprise me. What I like about Indicator, again, another UK label, hard box, nice sets, stuff that you would never even dream about being able to get over here.
Show that numbered spine on those too. I think they number their spines.
They do.
Yeah, we're up to like 300 something with them, I believe.
And I've got a very large Indicator collection, but just go over. I mean, all these classic stop motion films.
You're selling me on this,
They've got
Tony.
film noir. They've got westerns. They've got horror. They got so many, just a ton of variety of these. And not only do they have these box sets, but you can also get these individually, and they're very reasonably priced, and they're always having a sale also. So you can get a lot of these titles without the box for really cheap. The boxes are numbered and limited, as you can tell from the back. So once they're done, they still release the titles individually. So they're not actually done. If you really just care about the movie, then that's a good way of getting those cheap. Now, the only reason why I have a film detective title is because of Mr. Tim recommending this one. And I got the capture. And I actually watched this one yesterday. But man, this was an amazing movie. It's like a western / film noir type movie. Classic Hollywood, something I would have never even dreamed about having in the collection. But thanks to Tim, I got this one. I want to get all of these with the black case. There's quite a few titles that are available on that. So hopefully Tim will show us.
Very misleading with those black cases though, because we know those is 4K. What's Film Detective trying to get away with there?
Being classic Hollywood, and
Tim could take that one because Tim, is that one of your favorites, Tim?
I'm gonna vote for it for a little bit. I would vote for it over Indicator just because I don't know Indicator as well. All I have Indicator is this one single set, and this is because of Tony. He showed this. I didn't even know it existed, but I love Humphrey Bogart, so I had to buy this. But I'm not as experienced with Indicator, but I do think this is an awesome set. So they do great stuff. But I love Film Detective. So this is early Angela Lansbury. This is a really good one. I highly recommend this one. This was a weird movie. I dug it. They released a lot of just kind of obscure stuff. That's what I love. Haven't seen this one yet, but there's the capture. I don't know why this one came in a blue case. No idea.
Annoying.
I'd have to get a page for that.
But it's in all black and white except for the final battle for about 2 minutes. It turns color, but it's like a tinted screen color, so it's like a tinted green. It's interesting. Didn't check out Dancing Pirate yet. And they got this cool Sherlock Holmes box set.
It's nice.
Oh, that is nice.
They've got books inside that go over each movie. Nice artwork on each one, and there's like a little lobby card inside, and then a little booklet. It's like a $25 release to get that box set. So yeah, their prices are very, very good, and yeah, I really like them. I love classics, and they release stuff no one else is. So that gets a thumbs up from me.
They do have some decent prices. They're all usually like $17.99.
Do they number their spines, Tim?
They do, actually. I didn't even know that. That's how much I don't generally pay attention to that stuff, but I don't know if you could.
What is it? Is it like an actual like Vestron video, or do they just put like Film Detective and then?
They seem to go on a sequential. It says FB 1019, FB 1017, FB 1015. So
gotcha.
I mean, it seems to be like in order. I don't know. So yeah.
Gotcha.
I would like to get into them, but I just can't support another boutique label with no slipcovers,
Ooh, Synapse Films Blu-rays don't have slipcovers. Yeah, it is frustrating, especially when you're paying for a boutique and you want your slips. But there's that war again. But
lobby,
yeah, go ahead.
Has a lobby card.
Yeah.
Even
sold.
Even the capture actually had some extra stuff inside of it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So next up is going to be Ken's favorite, being sarcastic, I think. Criterion Collection, number 3 seed, versus 14 Twilight Time.
Make no mistake. I love Criterion. I do.
What are we again? Criterion against Twilight?
Yeah, Criterion and Twilight, number 3 versus 14 seed.
Yeah, what one will win this?
Are you a fan of Criterion or Kino more, Ken?
I've probably seen more Criterions than I have Kinos, so I'll say Criterion's. I mean, at the end of the day, they do have some really great packaging on some of them, and
I like that about them. They don't go in this. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's different.
Cover. It's different. Sometimes you get a like that. I wasn't the biggest fan of Marriage Story. I thought it was a really good movie, but their packaging for that came with like the actual note. It was just
oh really? I've been meaning to get that, but like you, I'm not a big fan of that movie, so I've kind of been dragging my feet on it.
It's a nice set, but yeah, Tony, do you have
I got the Irishman? Like they do some great work for sure.
Tony, where's the 1200 Criterions you got?
Just a little over 200.
Oh, you don't have all 1200.
I don't
okay.
have all 1200. No, I do not. But they do have like some really good titles like Blood Simple.
Yeah.
They've got classic Hollywood like Mildred Pierce, Joan Crawford. They've got stuff for people that like Parasite, this really unique box set. They do this rarely, but they do have some really nice box sets that actually do different things, which really drives me crazy because this will not fit into a sleeve. So I have to keep it sealed up. But of course, everybody knows that I've got multiple copies of Parasite.
In case anybody doesn't know, Tony works and bags his blues.
That's all I do. And then Silence of the Lambs. I mean, I just like the fact that they have such a wide variety of different kind of things, classic Hollywood, modern stuff like Marriage Story. They have these big old huge box sets. They have digibooks like The Princess Bride. So I just like the wide variety. Now, one thing I like about Twilight Time is that they were very expensive back when they were still in business. Releasing Blu-rays, but they had stuff like 9 to 5 that you can't get anywhere else.
They're out of they're done now, right? Twilight.
Yeah, they're done. They do some things, but nothing like what they used to do. But stuff like Fright Night, this was the only way we could get Fright Night on Blu-ray back in the day. Stuff like La Bamba.
Ooh, I like that movie.
Sleepless in Seattle, just some really good titles. Still Magnolias. And classic stuff like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn from the 70s. So I just like the wide variety of Twilight Time, but they were very expensive, very, very expensive.
And they're like all out of print now. So
oh yeah, they're all out of print.
They come with booklets in the original pressing, right?
Yeah, they do.
Nice.
Yep, and some of them actually have the clear case, but some of them are blue cases.
I love the clear cases.
Yeah.
Tony, do you have Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation? That's I really like that. Twilight Time. It's way out of print. I love that movie. But anyways, if anyone wants to help me out with Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation, if you happen to have Twilight Time, hit me up. I love James Stewart, so I really want that. But anyways,
yeah, I don't have it.
I have an import version, but it's not as good. And it's in Spanish on the thing, but whatever. Twilight Time, 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag. This is a cool movie. This is a fun time. It's a hitman that has to deliver 8 heads to prove that the people were killed. It's fun. The Twilight Time released a bunch of different shit. They were interesting. How to Steal a Million, Audrey Hepburn. I've got to show Audrey Hepburn. So yeah, this was a good time. That's the only ones I grabbed for Twilight Time. And Criterion, I love Criterion. So Summertime.
Oh Lord, not that again.
Summertime, baby.
I'm not going to go to a depth. Yeah, I talk about this one a lot, but
it would have been awesome if Criterion put that out in December, though. I will say.
So isn't that movie about her chasing a married man? Ain't that what you said?
Essentially, well, she starts falling for him and then finds out that he's married. And it's do I go through with this or not? And she's on vacation, so she knows if she sleeps with him, like she's gonna leave and probably never see him again. I loved it. I thought this was a fantastic movie. So again, I'm gonna recommend this one again. And Criterion gives us other great movies that this bombed horribly in the theaters. It wasn't really talked about for a long time. I don't know if it started gaining its traction again because of Criterion, but this movie is freaking phenomenal. One of the all-time best, I think. It's great. Yeah, Robert Mitchum plays one of the best villains, I think, of all time. He's horrible. He's a horrible person, and he does it all through the guise of being Christian and doing it for God. It's horrible. Yeah, but this is a great movie.
Yeah, there's a digipack release for that one too.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's way out of print. It's like in the $70 range.
Oh, that don't mean anything to me. I now I might have to go buy that.
Moniker, we did already go over Olive Films earlier. So you'll have to catch the replay. Sorry about that. All right, go ahead, Ken.
Well, going off what Tim said with the Night at the Hunter, but you know, it has a nice little, or the movie I'm getting ready to bring up has a nice callback to that film. That's Do the Right Thing. This is probably one of my favorite box sets in my entire collection. It's just so beautiful. You take it out and it's got all that incredible artwork on it. It's got a freaking booklet inside of it. But yeah, I give Criterion some crap, but I honestly do love Criterion. I think what I love about them is just there is a lot of variety with Kino Lorber. With Criterion, it does seem like it's a little bit wider just in terms of like time period and also, you know, the foreign releases in different countries and stuff like that. I don't feel like Kino Lorber has a lot of you know, world cinema like Criterion. It's just the sense of exploration with Criterion. They just have so much movies from the 20s, 30s, 40s, you know, not just in the US, but also like world cinema, like a Japanese movie from the 50s. It's just really cool what they're able to do with all these movies from around the world, just kind of bringing them together under this one label. So I haven't seen nearly enough as I probably should have, but it's definitely probably one of the more unique and diverse labels out there.
Yeah, if you're going to theme a month about Criterion, I think you should watch at least 44 titles.
I should. I watched 4 titles.
I did, and I was sick for like 15 days, and I still watched them.
How many?
You were sick. You had nothing else to do but watch
Criterion. Did you watch 44?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because Ken told me to.
I watched 4, but one of them was Night of the Hunter, thanks to Tim's recommendation.
So it was not because God told you to, like the movie.
No, exactly. I watched that too, though.
And for 100, it is getting a 4K through Kino Lorber, Night of the Hunter.
Thanks for that.
Which Do the Right Thing does have a 4K, and that I honestly haven't watched it yet. I was happy with this one. The only reason I got that 4K was because of the Target Steelbook that came out. I bought it.
It seems like Tim's selling everybody on summertime. As far as Criterion goes, I got this. I haven't even opened this yet because it's a little smashed up and stuff, and I don't know. Maybe I could find a better copy. But
I saw when you unboxed that, you were very disappointed about it being smashed.
Yeah, so I ended up getting a replacement, and it's still smashed. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes with Amazon, I guess. But it is what it is. Oh well. Sorry, we're about that 2-hour mark, so I appreciate. We still got 54 people in here, so that's awesome.
We're winding down anyway. My pile is pretty small.
Yeah. We just got 4 labels left here. So, in this bracket, we've got number 7 seed versus 10 is going to be Paramount Presents versus Code Red.
Oh God, this is an easy one. No disrespect to Code Red, but
yeah.
I don't know. I really love this Code Red release I got.
I do like Code Red, but I got to go Paramount Presents.
So Paramount Presents is another one that I really love just because it's got the numbered spine. I've got them all in the collection. I like the fact that they do open up and show the original poster art, if I'm not mistaken. As you can tell, mine are still sealed. I do have some that are open, though. I don't know why I didn't grab some that were open. Ordinary People is one of my favorites. And then, of course, we did start getting a 4K. They started releasing one 4K so far. I don't know what they plan on doing. But to me, I like Paramount Presents just because they are releasing a lot of titles that haven't been released in a long time. And the ones that they are releasing seem to be some of the ones that were a part of the Imprint film line. So those that don't want to import Imprint from...
Breakdown was one of them.
Yep. Now, as far as Code Red, I've got titles such as Being Different, which is based on the true story of the Elephant Man. Very good documentary type film. As you can tell, this is sealed up, but I've seen this one before. And then they do some really nice looking slipcovers for some very obscure titles. I don't know anything about these, but any of the ones that they release on a slipcover, I've heard some things about this one. I haven't never seen it before, but it looks like it would be a pretty good film. I think, Ken, you got this one, didn't you?
No, I actually never got that one.
You never did get it?
I always think about getting it every single time I get into the Kino sales, but I never picked it up.
Yeah, so Kino does carry a lot of the Code Red stuff.
Oh my God, Hollow Notes got me cracking up with that comment.
Yeah.
Karate chop that shit.
All right, Tim, go ahead.
All right, so I've got one Code Red, and I picked it up more so because it's just funny. So, Death Ring, which has Norris, McQueen, Swayze, which is Mike Norris, Chad McQueen, and Don Swayze. So they knew damn well what they were doing just putting the last name on there. I thought that was really funny. And obviously, I'm way more Paramount Presents here. I'm fully in their ballpark. They release a lot more stuff that I actually
Do you
care
have
about.
them all, Tim?
Yeah, I'm caught up. So breakdown again. I just showed this imprint. I've got the imprint, and then boom, Paramount Presents gets announced. So I didn't even open this one. I imagine it's the exact same transfer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but freaking love this movie. I waited so long for this to come to Blu-ray. And now that it's on Blu-ray, people are loving Breakdown. So it's cool that it's now known to people. I feel like no one talked about this movie at all. And then like got something like Roman Holiday, some more Audrey Hepburn here. I got
it's the best collectible you got in your collection.
Right there.
Love that.
But yeah, I love this movie. So yeah, Paramount. I'm all Paramount Presents. Like I'm gonna be voting for these guys for a bit too. I'm gonna be voting for a lot of the ones that do the classic movies. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Now, how do you guys feel about Paramount Presents? Like, I know Derek's not a fan, but most of these is because they're all 4K scans, correct? So they're releasing them all individually.
Fatal Attraction.
Were they all 4K scans? Like
they're all
Fatal Attractions?
Yeah, they're all 4K or 6K.
So it's kind of lazy. It's just like, and you talked about Paramount on your channel. It's like, they probably had an idea that they were going to do 4Ks if these sold well.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think that was a big mistake when they started the line, not to just start it with 4K. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, the prices would have been a little bit higher because they already charge a pretty
Pretty
hefty amount for just a Blu-ray. Like, I mean, $22.99. But
packaging wise, though, they're incredible.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no
they really are. I mean, that's what drew me to them from the beginning.
Opening up with the original poster artwork, that's incredible. Like, I love these.
And I was on the train of wanting to collect every single one of those too. And I still do, but I'm still missing quite a few. But I was, consistently getting editions of those up until 12, I think. And then I kind of fell off all of 2021. So I got to catch up on those.
When Deep Discount has their sale, that's when you need to snag them up.
Is that a very good price on there usually?
You see KB's sounds unhappy, I mean, I'd be curious to hear what other people feel about Paramount Presents doing that. Some are scans.
I didn't bring it over here, but To Catch a Thief was a great movie by Alfred Hitchcock, and I'd never seen it before, and that was a wonderful film that I loved from Paramount Presents. But my favorite is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I love this movie. I think it's a perfect film. I just watched it for the first time earlier this year for Western Month, and I loved it. Right after I watched it on Blu-ray, I bought the Blu-ray for $7, and right after I watched it, they announced the 4K. But back then, we didn't know it was going to be Paramount Presents, but I didn't care. I bought this thing as soon as it came out. I watched it again, loved it just as much, even though I just watched it 6 months previous. I mean, John Wayne, James Stewart, like it's just, I haven't seen enough of those two. But they were just both phenomenal. I just feel like it's probably two of their better performances. And I love this movie. So that's definitely one of my favorites from them. But look, y'all sleeping on Code Red. That's my girl, Linda Blair in Savage Streets. This movie's badass. I love this film. It's it's a little schlocky horror film. It's a revenge tale, but it's damn good. It's got a nice climax to it. And Linda Blair is smoking in this movie as well. So Savage Streets is good. And this is one, I don't know if Code Red always does reversible cover arts, but they did it on this release. And I thought it was pretty cool.
I got you covered right here.
And I think this is the original, cover art for it. And I had it flipped to the original poster.
So Code Red, I've got Jungle Holocaust here. And this is another one like I think they number their spines too, if you could see right here. And it looks like it's a big number too. But yeah, this is Jungle Holocaust, which Adam the movie hunter would appreciate. Yeah, he's been commenting he can't get exploitation films from Paramount Presents. But yeah, here's we've got Rough Cut, which just came out. I haven't seen this. I haven't checked it out yet. I've got to crack into that. So that's my Paramount Presents in Code Red. But that's I'd have to go Paramount Presents because I really like their line. But it is frustrating that they're doing this 4K Blu-ray thing. So that's getting a bit frustrating. Next up, and this is the final one here, we have got the number 2 seed Shout Factory against number 15 Troma Films. So Shout Factory could be like Shout Select, anything that's not Scream Factory, basically.
Yeah, and I got a little bit of all of their stuff. Not a lot, just a little bit. We do have the Bruce Lee Premiere Collection. So back before you could get this one from Criterion, some of these titles from Criterion, we have this nice slipcover edition. And who doesn't want more of the Power Rangers?
Go Power Rangers!
Nice slipcovers. So they have a wide variety of different types of titles. The Nightingale. This right here is a Shout Factory release, not a Scream Factory release. Very depressing movie, but very good, very well done. Stuff like Walking Tall, the collection, the trilogy. And then with Shout Select, you have these really nice hard box sets, Abbott and Costello Universal Pictures collection. So they do things like this. And then also with their G Kids line, they do some really nice they did this one really nice box set. For some of the titles you could only get in this box set, but I do collect all the G Kid titles. And so this was a good way to be able to get the one title that I was missing. Tim,
can you hold up that? I got to talk about that Costello one really quick.
Me?
So turn it over really quick for that Halloween box set. I've been telling people if you don't want to take them out of the box, if you want to put them with your other ones, the first 5 films, you could technically do it like that, where you could put it on the shelf like that. So you're going to have it in a box, but at least you got the spines are going to match the first 5 technically. So, or you could just take them out individually, put them on the shelf, or I guess just put the box set with your other Scream Factory box sets. But yeah, it's basically reminding me of the new Halloween box set they're doing.
Yeah. And then as far as Troma, I actually have one Troma title called Mutant Blast. Right here, I watched this one maybe last month or the month before last. It was pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking I had to watch subtitles with this one. But it was something that put me in the mind of I can't think of the name of the movie now. But anyway, as you can see, it's got little creature. It's got a lot of practical effects, a lot of just regular makeup effects. It was very bloody. Lots of explosions. Psycho Gorman. If you saw Psycho Gorman, this kind of puts me in the mind of that. But that's my only Troma film that I have in the collection.
Alrighty.
Tony, did you show Panda Go Panda?
No.
That's a G Kids title.
Panda is up on the shelf.
That was a good one.
Oh, following Tony is a son of a bitch. I swear.
Try following Tony and you.
So there's how many freaking Shout movies, and I pull Nightingale. I'm like, yeah, no one else is gonna pull that. Tony pulls a handful.
Nightingale was released by Second Sight as well, and
very nice set.
That's a great movie. I think it's better than Jennifer Kent's Babadook, to be honest.
Yeah, I do too.
I fully agree. This movie will make you so angry in parts. Like it's a hard watch, but it's freaking excellent. So I still haven't dived into actually this because I watched it on streaming first, and after streaming, I was like, I gotta have the disc. So
yeah, I did too.
It was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And I love this movie, so I've gotta mention this one, Death Race 2000. Complete cheeseball fun with early Stallone and Carradine. This is a good time. And something like Brewster's Millions. Something that's cool is Shout does pretty good with their special features. This has the original movie inside here also as a special feature. I love when they do that. So just thrown in there as a special feature. Shout's great. And not to mention, we didn't even talk about their TV sets. They do a ton of TV. Like they have the Transformers. They do a whole ton of TV.
And you don't have any Troma?
Oh, zero Troma. That ain't my that's not me.
That ain't my bag, baby.
Yeah. Tony, you read
I would have thought you would at least had like the Toxic Avenger or something, Tim. You know that?
Tony, did you read movies with Ryan's comment?
I did, yeah, and it's so true. Can you imagine me having to leave it ground?
I'm just thinking about that. I was already thinking a second ago about having to put up all these, and I'm just
Tony. I hope you have a fun time doing these, though.
Oh, I do. I really always enjoy getting to showcase things.
Good.
Tony's the man.
Yeah. All right, Ken, go right ahead.
So for Troma, all I've got is Surf Nazis Must Die, and the only reason I have this is because I got a review copy for it. So I'll give you my review right here now. This movie sucks ass. It's a Lloyd Kaufman production. I don't think he directed it, but oh my god, this is horrible. It's I mean, I guess if you're into this kind of stuff, you probably enjoy it. There's some fun parts to it, but it's horribly made. Like I just can't watch movies like that. I have to be like in a mood for it, I guess. And then Shout Factory, they do a lot of really great stuff, but Liar Liar is top of my list. I got this year, and the transfer was fantastic. Again, like I was saying earlier, just watching these movies that I remember watching on VHS when I was a kid and seeing them like this and this definition is just amazing. It looked great. It's got some new special features on it as well, and I love this reversible cover art. Like that's freaking amazing.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I love Liar Liar, but I definitely want to dive into more. The Deer Hunter was Shout Factory, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Deer Hunter 4K was good.
That was their first 4K.
Yeah,
that was their first 4K. And I'm trying to think. I know there's another one. Would you count Coraline Shout Factory, right?
Yes.
I was just going to say that their Leica releases are great.
Yes.
So I don't have it down here because earlier when my internet went down, my daughter was wanting to watch something. She couldn't wrap her mind around why YouTube doesn't work. Like it's always weird when the internet goes out. So I'm like, well, you like Coraline, right? Because she's always loved that movie since she was a kid. And she was like, yeah. I was like, well, I got a physical media version in the basement, and I went and got it and put it on for her. And she really loves the movie. But that movie looked amazing on Blu-ray. I don't know if you've watched any of those Leica films they put out, but just great transfers with those.
So that was a good teaching moment with your daughter. I hope you taught her that.
I did. Yeah. I always tell them that. I was like, physical media is king. This is why I have all these movies in the basement.
This is going to sound selfish, but the whole HBO Max thing and people realizing like, hey, maybe physical is not so bad is really cool to see.
Yeah. We're just going to keep laughing at them, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can't be too smug, Tony. We're trying to draw these people in.
Oh, I can be smug.
You got to be like, hey, come in. The water's pretty good in here.
Let's see if I could sell Troma sexy box right here. We've got Waitress, the first turn on, and Stuck on.
Now that looks sensual as hell.
Yeah, so let's see if I can pop these open. Hold on, make sure there's no nudity. It's all right. Okay. We've got Waitress, Stuck on You, and the first turn on. So I've heard these are trash. My kind of trash though. So I love like 70s, 80s raunchy comedies. Porky's is one of my favorite comedies of all time. Ken, have you watched it yet?
I'll get on Porky's soon, man. I've been elbows deep in Chucky's.
I appreciate that. All right. Next up we've got Embattled. Has anybody seen this? It's like Warrior. Ken, I know you're a big fan of the Warrior. Have you seen this?
Is that Stephen Dorff in that?
Yeah, and I
haven't seen that.
So it's basically instead of two brothers, it's a father and son in this one. And then Valley Girl, which is a Shout Select title. So I love my 80s. Like I was born in the 90s, but the 80s is very much like my era. I miss the old 80s and 70s.
So I've got the Embattled, but I don't think I've seen it yet. But who put that one out?
Shout Factory, yeah. It comes with the slip in the original pressing, but it's not.
And Shout Factory does have a sale going on right now. It started today, and I think it ends next Monday. And they've got some really good prices on there. It's a lot of stuff for like $11.99.
Thanks for tuning in, Garrett. I appreciate it.
Hey, Garrett.
Yeah, if anybody isn't following his channel, Born to Be Red's got an awesome channel as well. But that is everything as far as that's 32 labels. So I'm going to go through really quickly, try and cut this under 2.5 hours here. But I've got like 4 questions. I'm just going to run through. I'll ask Tim and then I'm sorry, I'll ask Tony, Tim, and Ken. You guys can all kind of run through it. But so give me your 2 favorite labels.
Second Sight, just because of the nice work that they do, and probably I've got mostly Shout Factory, Scream Factory. I'm just going to combine those 2 together, just because of the wide variety that they have.
Gotcha. Okay. Your least 2 favorite labels.
Troma, I guess, and Severin.
Okay, Severin and Troma. All right, that's fair. Hashtag physical media here. Your 2 favorite movie releases and why? Like which label and why?
Gosh.
Yeah, fun one. I'm making you dig deep. Sorry.
I love the fact that we were able to get all the Friday the 13th in a nice box set. So I'm going to say Friday the 13th for Scream Factory, and that's really hard, especially with so much. I'm just going to go with Friday the 13th, and we'll just go ahead and say the Halloween 4K sets.
Gotcha.
Just because they're easy to say.
2 movies you'd love to see released by a label, and which label?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really can't think of that off the top of my head. Let's see what the other guys have to say about that one.
Okay. Predictions for the finals, the 2 finals.
I say Scream Factory, and I say Arrow.
That's fair. Yep. All right. Tim, I'll ask him again here. And I'd love to see you guys chime in the chat. Let me know. But your 2 favorite labels.
Definitely Kino Lorber as one. God, it's hard with the second one. Either be Criterion or Scream.
It's hard to narrow it down. I mean, I came up with 32 labels here, and somebody was like, "There's that many labels," and I was like, "There's a lot more than
There's
that."
more. Yeah. I'm gonna say Criterion. I'll go Criterion and Kino for that. It's hard.
Gotcha. And then your 2 least favorite?
Oh, definitely some of the schlocky crap like Troma and
You don't like my sexy box?
I am so not schlocky horror. I'm sorry. If anyone that likes it, that's fine. You do you. That's just that's not me. So yeah, any of that stuff. Most of Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, yeah.
Gotcha. Your 2 favorite movie releases that you own and why? Which label?
So I absolutely love that Army of Darkness by Scream Factory. They freaking nailed that. So I think they'll nail it again with the 4K. The other one, I don't know. Maybe I'll go with the Second Sight Drive just because it's awesome.
Second Sight Drive, okay. Yeah, for sure. And how about predictions for the finals? You got any?
I'm terrible. I can't remember which stuff is on what side, but I definitely can see Scream Factory making it to the end. It's freaking Scream Factory.
I split them up with Arrow because I figured like I wanted to split up some of the big labels. I didn't want to put them all on one side because then it's not fun. So I tried to split up like Scream Factory and Arrow, maybe reach in the finals.
Is Criterion on the other side? Because it'd actually be really funny to see that's two groups that have very avid followers, but they're completely
I put
different.
Scream Factory and Criterion on the same side, and I put Second Sight and Arrow on the same side. So I feel like Second Sight and Arrow will duke it out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Second Sight then. Second Sight releases cooler sets.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me go over here to Ken. All right. So you're
ask the things that I would want on
he's got some clamshells.
I skipped that.
I got it.
I'm sorry.
I would roll over and die if these got physical media releases past VHS. So
I'm sorry, I skipped that question. I didn't realize that.
Please give these to me. Whichever label wants to touch these, whichever label can convince Disney.
Who would touch those?
What?
Who would do it?
Oh God, no! I have no idea. Whoever
Disney,
that's Disney Movie Club.
Yeah, exclusives. They need it.
So someone needs to do these though. So yes, please. I need these on hell, I'll take a DVD at this point. Just give me something that's not VHS.
So Disney hates physical media, but at least they put out the Disney Movie Club. But they give us like what, 3 titles a year, 4 or 5 a year.
Yeah, something like that. And now that they got the Fox stuff, they're doing a bunch of Fox stuff.
But the thing is, a lot of the stuff that they release is stuff that they still have on their streaming. So it's stuff that they're not ignoring. This and My Date with the President's Daughter, flat out, you can't watch it. The only way to watch it is to watch like a ripped copy on YouTube.
Or your VHS, yeah.
Or the VHS. But there's no legit, you can't buy it on digital. You can't stream it. There is nothing. So like they just ignore that it even exists.
All right, Ken, 2 favorite labels.
I mean, I hate to be super basic, but I mean, it's Scream Factory and Arrow for me. I mean, I'm a huge horror fan, and like they put out some of the best horror releases that there are, and every single month when I know they're getting ready to make their announcements, I get super excited, more excited than anybody else. So probably those 2.
Tim, somebody loves your beard.
Yeah, they do. They just want to stroke it.
I'm gonna stroke it too. Stroke Tim's beard virtually.
Oh geez. Okay. Your least 2 favorite labels.
Oh, Criterion and I'm just joking. That's hard. I feel like every label has, some merits. Probably Severin and Troma, I guess.
I'm with Ken. I have something to appreciate with each label.
Yeah, I just haven't seen enough from those 2, and from what I've seen of those 2, I did not enjoy. So
yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Your 2 favorite movie releases, and like which label?
2 favorite releases. I got to go with Tony on that one with the Friday the 13th set. That was amazing when that came out. I was just super excited for it. And the Guest 4K that Second Sight did. Well, I'm supposed to do one from the label that I chose, right?
Oh, you could choose anything. Just your 2 favorite.
Okay, I'll say the Guest. I was very excited when that came out.
Yeah,
4K set.
It's a beautiful set for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have 2 that you would love to see released?
Any formats?
Yep.
I would love for Scream Factory to do either a Blu-ray or a 4K of The Faculty, just some kind of special.
Oh, you
edition
took
of that.
my one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want The Faculty on 4K from Scream Factory so bad.
Yeah, I want that so bad. It deserves
cover
it.
Artwork, reversible artwork. Oh man.
And also just some cool special editions of some horror movies that I enjoy from the 2010s. I think there was a lot of good ones like You're Next or It Follows. Like those would be like cool Scream Factory editions. I think if they put those out in 4K, that would be amazing.
You're killing it right there with those. Yeah. And then predictions for the final.
I feel like it'll probably come down to Arrow and Criterion.
Okay.
I feel like those have probably. I definitely think those are 2 of the best quality labels. Gotcha. But there's a lot of Scream Factory haters, so I don't know if Scream Factory will make it to the end. But I think Criterion and Arrow would be a safe bet.
All right, let's see. I'll try and just run through mine really quick. My 2 favorite labels has to be Arrow Video and Second Sight. But Synapse Films, honestly, like I love them. Their transfers are so good. My least 2 favorite labels. Oh, geez. I collect here's the thing. I don't have any indicator or imprint, so I can't speak on those. But probably like Full Moon Features and maybe Severin. I don't think Severin puts out many good movies. And Full Moon Features outside of that Puppet Master set. Yeah. But I got some other stuff from them and that I don't know why I bought. Like Baby Oopsie. But it's fun. And then 2 favorite movie releases and why. I gotta go Tremors Arrow Limited Edition 4K. Like that is loaded. Yeah, it's a gorgeous set. And honestly, maybe like I'd love to say that Second Sight Dawn of the Dead, but I have to go True Romance or Wild Things from Arrow Video. Like, you can see where my allegiance lies. I'm obsessed with Arrow Video. I don't care if they mess up discs every once in a while. I'll always have their back. 2 movies I'd love to see. I said he said the faculty. Okay, we need a Ruins 4K from Scream Factory. I'd love to see that. I think the colors would look great in 4K. And then I'd love to see if Arrow Video can do Wild Things, then they could do Cruel Intentions on 4K limited edition.
That'd be cool.
And then predictions for the finals. I gotta say Arrow Video and Criterion. I'm with Ken probably. I think there are too many people that kind of are sick of Scream Factory, like what they did with was that Army of Darkness?
I understand.
Oh yeah, I understood. I don't hold that against them.
I understood, but most people were upset about that.
I'm bummed, but I understand if they don't have the film elements, it is what it is. As long as those cuts are still in the release, pretty much the exact same release that it's on Blu-ray, just swap out the theatrical cut for 4K, like still give all of the same stuff, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so I'm going to wrap up here with the comment section. Somebody said, "Where's the Blue Underground love?" I
love Blue Underground.
Yeah, they do. I think honestly, Synapse Films and Blue Underground have the best transfers.
I think when I'm deciding my favorites, like I think that quantity does matter a little bit. Like if you're only doing 4 or 5 stellar releases a year versus 4 or 5 a month,
price is hard to swallow on them too. Like it is very expensive.
Shout out to Lionsgate for sure with those books.
Yep, definitely.
Ken, in your live stream, we all pulled that Angel Heart. That was the one.
Yep, I should have known that too, because I was kind of confused at the moment. I was like, "Wow, everybody got Angel Heart," but Lionsgate Steelbooks, like there's a group out there that will buy every single one of those.
Adam, what Blue Underground are you watching? Uncle Sam, maybe. Tim, as long as you keep that magnificent beard, you'll have a fan for me in life. I think you got a crush right here, Tim.
Definitely a new subscriber. They're not already subscribed.
Yep. Let's see. Delirium International Cut. You know what? I've heard Warriors is going to be getting a 4K. I want the theatrical cut of the Warriors to be on Blu-ray at least, because they don't even have that on Blu-ray right now. Does anybody have the steel?
That's on the Imprint, right?
Yeah. But I don't like, that's overseas and I don't have Imprint, so
okay.
You don't want to pay $150?
No, I don't like, I got OCD. If I collect one of them, I'm gonna need to get all 180. Like that's my problem, because the number
dangerous. I gotta get that Walter Hill set though. That's a really cool set.
Yeah,
I like Walter Hill. I'm enjoying more of his stuff.
I'm obsessed with numbered spines, so like I just go after like Criterion's one I won't do though. That's like 1200. I can't do. Nightmare on Elm Street 4K for sure.
Yeah, that's the one right there.
True Lies 4K.
Yep. I want Arrow or Scream to do a 4K of the Crow. Oh yeah, that would be good.
Just thinking we got some like badass Arrow Video edition of True Lies on 4K. Like that would be amazing.
But you can have Love Bug instead. Come on.
Love Bug.
Ooh, this would be really good.
What is that? Is that what's his name in there? Bruce Campbell's in
Bruce
that?
Campbell. Absolutely.
See, that's all the reason why you like that. You don't like that movie.
I would love No Country for Old Men 4K Video. That would be awesome. Scream did a very good, Omen box set. I really like Scream Factory's box sets. So this one's a good one. Imprint from Warriors, had to buy it. But right here, Black Christmas 2006. That would be a good one. Did anybody like that?
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one either.
That's fine.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're just under 2 hours, 30 minutes. I wanted to stay under that. I think the weeks to come will be a little bit shorter because we went through all 32 here tonight. But thanks for tuning in. Like I said, my first live stream. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope everybody in the chat had fun. It's 53 people still in here, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. But yeah, be sure to tune in next week. We're going to cover like the 16 that got eliminated. You know, we'll do some predictions. And each week I'm going to have different guests to show off different stuff. So I know it's going to be the same labels we're talking about, but it's going to be different like movies, and we're going to have different opinions, different movies. So be sure to tune in if you want. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight. But I'm going to give you the floor to each one of you just to kind of market yourself, so to speak.
Thanks, Bob, for letting me be a part of this. I really enjoyed being able to show a lot of these titles, and I think this is a great idea. Anybody that wants to check out my videos, you can check me out on YouTube under Basement Blues, Instagram, TikTok, and on Twitter. And I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. I really thank you for being here as well. Honestly, I just had some incredible guests, so I'm really happy with that. Your favorite part?
Favorite part. Save us, Tony. Thank you very much for having me here. This was a lot of fun. I got to show a lot of cool, Audrey Hepburn and Bruce Campbell and stuff like that, which I love. If you're new to me, Tim Talks Talkies, I'm on YouTube. You can subscribe. I post almost daily on Instagram, so you can head over to my Instagram. That's probably the best way to talk to me. And yay, movies. Move on to Ken now.
I was just going to keep it on you the whole time while Ken talked.
I would appreciate that. Yay, movies indeed. Yeah, thank you so much, man, for having me on. This is a really awesome stream. It's really cool going through all the boutique labels and just picking out your favorites and just kind of putting things in perspective as to who's released what, because sometimes I feel like that gets a little bit lost when it comes to some of the lower level labels. But yeah, man, appreciate you having me on. I'm Ken at Mid-Level Media. If you haven't subscribed or followed me on Instagram, definitely I would appreciate it if you did. I talk Blu-rays and physical media and movies and all that good stuff. And again, man, thank you for having me on. Tim, Tony, always a pleasure streaming with you guys as well, even though you all, outshine me in all of your impressive physical media collections and releases over there. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All righty. Let's see here. Tim, I don't know if you got this person just obsessed with that beard. So, yep.
Yeah, I know what your wife's going to be doing. She's going to be shaving your beard off.
Reaching over right now.
Yeah. Stroke.
Can you feel that, Tim?
All right.
It's gone by tomorrow.
Well, I'll see you guys. Hopefully you tune in next week. Thanks a lot.
See y'all.
Have a good night.
Bye.